the checkbook out this summer. Hey, Florian. Oh, art thou Florian? I believe you're looking for a new football club, my mate. Hey, England, Manchester, Etihad, this Stade will be playing Champions League football next year, my friend. Yeah, how about you take a little 2-2 Ryanair jet from Leverkusen over to Manchester. We'll get you a nice hotel stay. Little 2-2 medical, £300,000 a week. Couple bonuses thrown in there. 2-2 Ballon d'Or in a couple years. Champions League. Happy days. You want to go Bayern Munich. Little 2032 Bayern Munich driller. Happy days. We get the next up and coming star. How about it, Florian? Florian. How art thou, Florian?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another Avengers episode, ladies and gentlemen. Matt cancelled, so he won't be here, but Callum is going to be here in about 20 minutes, you guys. So big up to all of you guys. Appreciate you all being here. Big up to every single one of you. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Already there's 100 people in the building. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And big up to you guys, man. Appreciate you guys always. Appreciate everyone who's on the chat. And don't forget to check out our sponsor, OK Jersey, and use code MHF for 8% off. How are you, Tom? You good?
I'm good, mate. I'm good to see us win. We got 3 points. Was not happy with the performance, but we got 3 points, and that's at the minute what matters.
3 points is definitely what matters. Fonzie, I'll read it to Callum when he's here. Don't worry. A big up to all of you guys, and let's just get straight to the Forest game, and let's just talk about it. So talk to me, Tom. You touched on it already, the Forest game. How do you feel about it now?
The 3 points, good. The overall performance from a number of players and the manager, not good. Right when you think, this might be the thing that turns the corner, the performance is just so far from that you then start wondering, is it going to be another 2-3 months of, drag your way through? First half, we got bullied off the pitch. We got bullied by Nottingham Forest, especially the midfielder. Anderson was brilliant. Gibbs White was causing loads of problems. Sangare was battering us. We got bullied in that first half by Nottingham Forest. And he made a mistake by when Wirtz was not, able to play. Putting Curtis Jones in was probably the right move to do, but he shouldn't have been Curtis Jones in midfield and Szoboszlai at right back. And I don't know why it took him half an hour to correct that error. Because Szoboszlai gave us a fighting chance in midfield because of his physicality. Ekitike, another poor game. I think he looks good. He looks shattered now. He needed to have a game or two off in this period of time, but once again, the manager doesn't trust his bench options, so we ran someone into the ground. Both wingers, shite. Utter shite. Couldn't beat a man. Couldn't create anything. Couldn't force the issue. Both of them should have won off 15 minutes earlier than they did. And it's even worse for them when young Rio comes on and does exactly what you need a winger to do inside 15 minutes. Creates the goal, which should have been... By the way, that I know that it was ruled out for a handball on McAllister, and that is the correct decision because you technically can't score with your arm. Hugo Ekitike is the most lucky fucker that we won that game because it would have been criminal for him to miss that chance. It's an unmarked header from 4 yards out. You have the entire fucking goal to aim at. How are you heading it at the keeper? How are you heading at the keeper? Rio,
that's the thing. I said this yesterday. I said if we want to keep the same energy, if Gakpo missed that header that Ekitike missed, people would want him executed on the streets. Let's just be honest.
He's so
people wouldn't have forgiven that miss if it was Cody Gakpo. And to be honest, I think Ekitike was dreadful yesterday.
All the attack was. All of them were.
Yeah.
The only guys I'm looking at that, like, Kanate was good. I don't think Kanate did much of anything wrong. Van Dijk had a good second half. Szoboszlai was good. Alisson didn't have much to do, but he did what he needed to do. Outside of that, very hard to give much praise to people. Even McAllister, who scored, I thought again, his lack of mobility and physicality in that midfield, it got exposed against a very physical Nottingham Forest midfield. And there was a point in that first half where the manager realised we couldn't match Nottingham Forest physically. So all he did was tell Maka to stay dead high up, Gravenberch to stay dead far back, and vacate the midfield that they just kept passing into unmarked and running at us. And you're going, what's going on here? And we're lucky that Nottingham Forest couldn't create a better opportunity. That they kept taking pot shots, that they kept panicking and forcing an issue that wasn't there. We're very lucky on that front. Look, it was a really, really poor performance. And it's good to get wins when you play poor on occasion. But when it's been the norm this season, the novelty wears off very quickly. And I now have to sit there and go, what's it going to take to get a run of good performances out of the team? I want a run where we get 4 or 5 good performances. We got 2. And then it was back to shit. What's it going to take to get 4 or 5 good performances in a row put together? Because that's what we need. If we want to have the ambitions of salvaging something from the season, being good result getters on occasion in moments isn't going to be enough. You have to have the performances to go along with it. You have to have the performances to go along with it at some point. And that Nottingham Forest game, it put a real damper on me because I thought we might have finally turned the corner. But if that's how we're going to play, then we've still got an long way to go and a lot of work to do.
Yeah, I do think that we can have a grown up conversation about the team, which is sometimes very frustrating to have, because it's very annoying. But the team having a whole week off and putting up that performance in the first half is just absolutely dreadful, to be honest with you. And the fact that I said it on the terrace, the fact that Nottingham Forest played 3 days before that game and came in with so much energy and were so much better than us in the first half. We were so lucky in the first half to not be like 2 or 3-0 down. And I think one of the keys as well in that game that changed the game for me is moving Szoboszlai into midfield. I think Curtis Jones probably is better overall for the balance of the team at right back. First of all, I miss Jeremy Frimpong. I really can't wait for Jeremy Frimpong to play, for us. Like, I actually can't wait for him to just be the starting right back. I absolutely love watching Jeremy Frimpong play football. And, Curtis Jones moving into right back probably made us a lot better because Szoboszlai in midfield is very important, Szoboszlai in midfield, it's very important.
In that game, it was the physicality that we needed. McAllister can't handle Anderson and Gibbs White and Sangare physically. Jones couldn't handle it. Gravenberch had moments where he could, but it was inconsistent. When you put Szoboszlai in that midfield, you're going to get a high level of physicality from at least one of you guys, and you can work with that.
Yeah, you need the athleticism, I think, in midfield. So that's yeah, you need the athleticism in midfield. I think that's the thing that's sort of missing, if you would like, So it's so frustrating watching Liverpool play. When is Frimpong coming back? Guko, I was literally about to ask the same question as Kenneth asked. Like,
next week,
bro. I honestly can't wait. I legit can't wait to just watch.
I'll be honest though. There needs to be a degree of care took with him. It's for hamstring injuries in a season. If we're putting all our hopes and prayers into him and going, he's going to be the guy to fix it all. What's going to stop him getting a 5th one? The thing for me is we need to keep both of our current options, which is Gomez and Frimpong, fit. We need to stop being forced to put players out of position at right back because it weakens the rest of the team. I can't sit. I thought Gomez was good when he came on. I thought pretty much every sub that came on was fine. Rio was the best one, but every sub that came on was fine and did the job. But yeah, for Frimpong, having a right back there will help, but he can't be the be all end all. He's got to play every game now. We need to keep Gomez fit as well and use them in the right situations. Because I can't be bothered getting a 5th injury to Frimpong this year. It just won't make any sense to do that.
And anyone who plays right back is like sort of cursed anyway. So that's the thing. So I think it's very important for us to keep Szoboszlai in midfield. I think he's been our best midfielder. I think he's our best player. And he's by far our best player this season. Like for me, Dominic Szoboszlai. And him being in midfield, like people don't like to accept this, but we have to have an honest conversation. Bro, the Premier League is about athleticism. You do need legs in midfield as well, Like you need legs in midfield, bro. Like you legit need legs in midfield. It's not just because Szoboszlai is a very good footballer, but at the same time, he's not just a good footballer. He's the most athletic midfielder we have out of the sort of midfielders in the team.
But football will always have a spot in it for pace and power, and in the Premier League, pace and power is very important.
100%. That's why we need. By the way, funnily enough, that's actually why we need Frimpong too. So for me, the first half we were just dreadful. I think our 2 center backs were our only good players in the first half. Then the second half with the switch, we were a lot better side. Big up to my guy 6 times earlier on in the chat who asks why is everything a smash and grab. I think smash and grab is more to do with the way that we won the game more than anything else. It's the fact that it was a last-minute winner when we didn't really create much. Now, in terms of creating, and the stuff that we do with the front line, I've said it already. I give Salah a 0 for yesterday. I give Gakpo a 0. And I give Ekitike a 0. I just think this season has allowed people to just say whatever the hell they want about the players that they hate, and no one wants to actually speak about the football. Hugo Ekitike missing that header in front of goal is unacceptable. Rio Moa gets an assist. You get me? And we don't have to go through that whole thing at the end with a handball and blah, 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 and all that crap, So it had Ekitike just scored the header, this wouldn't be a conversation. Cody Gakpo, even the show that I did with Judge Mo yesterday, Mo was like, yesterday for the first time ever, Mo discovered the whole cut-in thing. He was like, Cody Gakpo, do you have a new move?
Why did it only took him until February 2026?
No, but when you're emotionally invested and you're watching Liverpool week in, week out, you notice it a lot more. Mo came yesterday and he's like, okay, Gakpo, you have a new move or it's just going to be the same move over and over again? And I think with Mo, like time it just has caught up to him. He's just a millisecond too late or a millisecond too early. And
we have moved away from his style of winger as well. I think that's the big thing. You watch what Rio did yesterday in 15 minutes on both wings.
Yeah.
That's literally exactly what we need to spend our money on this summer. We need wingers of that ilk.
Didn't have a good game as well was Chiesa, by the way. Chiesa, when he came on, sort of ran into a couple of...
Yeah, but he is what he is. He's just there to bring a bit of energy. I accept that Chiesa's got very limited sort of impact, but Rio came on for the last 15. He was direct. He was sizing up his man. He was beating his man. He was trying to create opportunities. He was being an outlet. When I say the type of wingers I want this summer in Diamande and Barcola and that, and I say you need to go get one of them for either side, that's what I mean. You need because we have a chief creator in the 10 now, because we spent 200 million quid on 2 strikers for next season. What I need from my wingers now is pace, power, dribbling quality, and creativity from the wide areas. If you can add 5, 6, 7, 8 goals a season, that's great. But what you need to do is what Rio did for 15 minutes yesterday. You need to do that for 90 minutes. You need to be that threat for 90 minutes on the wing. That's what we need, because right now we've got no... The reason we struggle to break down low blocks is we've got no one to stretch the play. You got no one to beat men down the line. Salah can't do that now. Gakpo's never done that. So we just end up, even when we play out wide to the wide players, everything then comes back inside, and we narrow the pitch down too much to where everything's getting played in the same area. So you need to go out and buy direct, pacey, 1v1 specialist wingers. That is where you need to spend your money.
Yeah.
You need to go get certainly one properly powerful midfielder. But when you look at that attack, you need to go get guys of the ilk of Diamande or Barcola. You need to get at least 2 of them. Because when you put that with Vert and with Isak or Ekitike, you have the perfect balance to your front line. Right now, our front line is just so incredibly imbalanced that it causes more issues than it gives us benefits.
And that's the thing. Look, I'm obviously some idiot in the chat now. After he's heard this, now will disappear. People go like, "Oh, you never criticize him, bro." Who's never criticized him? Like, how many times have we criticized him this season? We already know Mo has regressed physically. We already know he isn't what he once was. But my issue is, I don't want next season to start with Cody Gakpo still in the team, because that's a new problem for me as well. That's a same problem for me as well next season. It's just never going to solve itself. Ekitike yesterday, now we know why Isak is the starting striker. Now exactly we know why, because the clinicalness, you know, because Isak would have scored that header and it would have been game over to begin with. By the way, so many times like Mo or Gakpo would have the ball and Ekitike wouldn't even be in the penalty box, you know. So that's the thing for me. So I think all 3 forwards are just absolutely, you know, dreadful. All of them deserve 0 out of 10. None of them deserve a good ranking. Ekitike was running into players. Salah was running into players. Gakpo is useless. I think for me with Salah, it's just about getting the correct replacement as well. You know, it's just about getting the correct replacement. Fair play. I just want the same energy for all the same players. Okay, yalla, write a comment about Ekitike's miss and Gakpo's performance then. Anyway, for me, I think it's about just getting the balance right in the team. Like, we can sit up here and we can say whatever we want. Next game, it's gonna be Salah and Gakpo starting on the wings. So that's the thing. So, and for next season, I've never been against letting Mo go. I've just been about getting the correct replacement. That's it. I think we need to get a player of a certain caliber if we want to win the Premier League or if we want to win the Champions League. First of all, winning the Premier League and the Champions League starts by sacking Arne Slot. So when Arne Slot is sacked, then we can dream about winning the Premier League. And the second step is you can't be getting random people to replace Salah. You have to get a winger of a certain level. So
Elise, basically.
Yeah, Elise. Or even like someone who is B+, you know?
Yeah.
No need to be a B+ who can be A in the future.
Not even that, but even that, Osam, because I've been hearing people a lot talk about Yan Diamande. Like I'm a massive fan of Diamande. I've mentioned him at the start of the season, someone to look out for him, and another player from Leipzig. I think his name, I can't say his name. Is like Owe Drago, who's a centre midfielder. Diamande's still a kid, and expect him to come in to a team, and he is going to be looked at as the Salah replacement if he does come in, whether he likes it or not. It's too much pressure to put on a 20-year-old. If we're gonna get someone like Diamande in, I'm sorry, Salah has to stay. Whether people will like it or not, I am not putting my hopes up on a player who's 20 years old, who's going to fill in the boots of one of our greatest ever footballers in the Premier League era. I'm not.
But that wouldn't be what he's doing in a sense, though. If you get me. I get that position for position, he's stepping into Salah's position, but he's not going to be asked to pick up the creative load because we bought a £120 million attacking midfielder to do that, and he's not going to be asked to pick up the scoring load because we bought 2 strikers for £200 million to do that. Yan Diamande is going to come in and be told to be a threat from the wide areas, as what a natural winger is, someone who's quick, someone who can beat his man, someone who can cause problems from wide areas, put crosses into the box, maybe cut in and get the occasional goal. And I agree with you on the basis if he's the only winger who comes in. He shouldn't be the only winger who comes in. If I buy Diamande, and Barcola in the same window. My pressure's more so on Barcola than it is on Diamande. It's if we go into it and go, oh, we're only getting Diamande. You can't miss out. You can't miss out on Diamande because I think a lot of clubs would want him, and I think that he fits the exact profile of what you need for a winger. But I agree, he can't be the only one that comes in. We need a complete revamp of that wing area this summer, and they need to be the same type of winger. If you ask me, I don't see the point in going and getting one of these pseudo wingers who drift inside and sits in the half space. I want out and out wingers now who are specialists
Old
at beating
school.
their man.
Yeah.
Because we've got all the stuff inside in your attacking midfielder, your striker, and your deep line midfielders. I've got all that there. I don't need everyone to clog up the fucking middle because that's all we do now, and it gets us nowhere.
I still think even if we do sign Barcola, I still think we got to keep Salah, bro. I really do. I know people say it's 400k a week and he's just going to be sitting on the bench and stuff like that.
Why would he want to stay? Genuine question. If he believes the football club has threw him under the bus and wants him gone, what benefit does he have in staying? If there's a complete breakdown of trust, there is no point in him staying.
What if it's the case of telling him? What if it's the case of telling him one more season where it's like, you stay here for one more season. We're gonna we're gonna go on all fronts. We're gonna go and try and win everything, and you get to leave a hero.
That's absolutely irrelevant to him. He needs to know if is he starting, because we saw what happened this year when he wasn't starting. The chaos happens, which affects the entire team. Now, if I'm buying Yan Diamande, he might not be as established, but I can't sit there and go, listen, Yan, we know that you just come off a worldy season for Leipzig, and we just spent a lot of money on you, but you're going to spend this year sitting on the bench behind Mo Salah because Mohamed Salah has got a legacy at Liverpool, which means we can't drop him. So if you're going to spend a year sitting on the bench here, that doesn't work. For me, you've got to just completely... The thing we can't do, which we did this year, is get ourselves stuck in between two eras and think they can just nicely mesh together. You have to commit to the new era of Liverpool now. We can't do another year of in between, which could end up having a negative impact on us. You have to sit there and go, we're committing to the new era now. We're going for it now.
I want Mo to leave for his own sake, because I can't do another year of these conversations. I'll be honest with you. It's better just leave now. And, Gakpo as well, I will happily drive him to the airport. I think, he's been probably our worst player this season. Gravenberg is another can of worms I don't want to open up yet, but there's so many players in this team that can be upgraded on, I'll be honest.
Firstly, afternoon, boys. I hope you guys are well.
Afternoon, man.
Here's the thing. I see where you're coming from, Tom. I also see where you're coming from, Ram. I think in order for Salah to stay...
On the fence, Cal's back now.
Yeah, devil's advocate, Cal.
I see both sides of the argument here, guys. Don't worry.
No, but here's the honest truth of it. We as a fan base need to change our perspective on what Liverpool is and what we want it to be. And the fans and the club also need to change. Am I not right in saying Kevin De Bruyne stayed at Man City until his contract finished, right? Kevin De Bruyne wasn't an automatic start in his last season or maybe in his last two seasons, but he stayed because he also was committed to the cause. But also there was a manager there who had balls to give him the truth and tell him that you're not going to be starting every week, but we also still need you for a little bit of a transition period. I look at other teams. Saka's the star boy at Arsenal, God's gift to wingers. They still have a Madueke there. I look at Foden at Man City. He was the star boy at Man City. They brought in a Shirky. They had Omar Mamouche, Oscar Bob, Doku, etc. They still bring in Semenyo. At centre-back, they have all these players at centre-back. They still bring in a Mark Gahey. We're the only club which has a fan base that goes, oh, why are we bringing in that player? Because we already have this player. The last time I checked, this is a squad game now, and it's never been a squad game as much as it is now. If we can keep Salah and Salah actually commit to staying at the team and knowing that he won't play every single minute of every game, but we will still utilize him because we're going to try and play in excess of 60-odd games a season because we want to be challenging on all fronts, I think Salah would commit to it with a new manager. If he doesn't want to commit to that, then absolutely we move him on. But this notion that, Salah's not going to do this because this, that, and the other. Look, Salah didn't just throw his toys out of the pram the other day or a couple months ago because he got dropped. Salah threw his toys out of the pram because he thought the club were trying to sell him behind his back. There's a big difference there. And I'm not even sitting there, Salah's been saying Salah's been tearing up this season. He hasn't. But if you put in work at a club and if you've done all the stuff that you think humanly possible you can do to provide club with trophies and records, etc., you'd be pretty peed off if the club were trying to sell you behind your back as well. Not to mention, he's rejected multiple approaches from other clubs. He signed a brand new contract in the summer when he could have easily walked away for free after we dilly-dallied with a contract. Yes, he would be a little bit peed off, and he has every right to be peed off. His reaction to getting subbed off yesterday, not the greatest, but at the same time, I can also sympathize because he's probably looking at it going, again, I'm being substituted when Grav and Mac are going to finish the game. Probably didn't realize Cody was getting substituted at the same time. Here's the thing. We need a squad. And this nonsense of we can't bring in this player because we've got this player, or how's this player going to get minutes, or how's that player going to get minutes? I genuinely don't give a damn. That's what the manager gets paid to do, right? That's what the coach gets paid to sort out. If the coach is about it, the coach will be able to sit down with these players and sit down with this squad and go, look, we know we've got this player in your position, that player in your position, but I tell you what, we want to win everything. Because if I'm not mistaken, the best squad Liverpool have had, barring maybe this one, is a squad where we chase the quad. And in that season, we had Konate, Matip, Virgil, Gomez as the centre-backs. We had two right-backs in Trent and Bradley. We had two left-backs in Robbo and Simicast. We had all these players. We had Thiago, Keita. We had Hendo, Fabinho, Jota, Firmino, Diaz, Mane, Salah. But yet now I'm meant to sit there and go, oh, well, you know, you shouldn't bring in this player or that player. In the last few weeks, up until Ekitike's bad performances, it was, why did we go and spend that money on Isak when we had Ekitike? We should have just gone and got a cheap striker or a rubbish striker to be backup. No, you go and get an Ekitike and an Isak, because what we're seeing from Ekitike now is what we're meant to be seeing. We're meant to be seeing inconsistent performances. We're meant to be seeing inconsistent finishing in front of goal because he had one breakout season before we signed him. And then when I'm hearing people comparing him to Henry and all these stuff after a couple of months of good football, I'm like, oh, pump the brakes. When I'm hearing people say, oh, no, Ekitike is better than Isak, he's a better footballer, he's this, that, and the other, I'm going, oh, pump the brakes, pump the brakes. There's a reason why you're getting Isak and an Ekitike. And the plan was this season, Isak's the main guy, and Ekitike comes in and fills in the spaces. And then next season, you start unleashing him a bit more. But this notion that we can't have a squad, we need a squad. If we're going to compete with Arsenal and Man City, they have squads. And case in point, Arsenal last season, if I'm not mistaken, Miles Lewis-Skelly had a breakout season, so did Ethan Nwaneri, right? Both had breakout seasons. What did Arsenal still go and do in the summer? They still went and bought Hincapie, who can play ahead of Miles Lewis-Skelly to make him third choice left back behind Hincapie and Calafiori, and they went and bought an Eze and a Madueke. As a Liverpool fan, do you know what we would have gone? You can't block Ethan Nwaneri and you can't block Miles Lewis-Skelly. Do you know what Arsenal said? We want to win trophies now. If they're good enough, they'll stay and they'll progress in the future. But right now, they're not good enough to win us trophies. That's the difference. We would have sat there on our hands and gone, no, we can't sign this player because that's going to affect that player. Liverpool Football Club. Liverpool Football, not Player FC, Liverpool Football Club. So you see, if Arsenal go and win the league right now, they're justified in going and bringing in Madueke and Eze and Hincapie. They're justified in doing that. But us, we sit there and go, no, we can't do that. We can't do that. We've got this. We need squad depth. I don't care who it is that we bring in. Go and get the right players. Go win some flipping trophies. I want to be in Liverpool every summer and having a parade. I don't want to be there every 5 years at best because we have to do things, quote unquote, the right way. We can't stifle and block. I'm sick of that crap. If they're good enough, they'll rise. If they're good enough, they'll be in the squad. Simple as.
I agree with that point, and I think that's something that needs to be carried on through the squad, but I just don't see how that works with Salah. I think Salah's an entirely separate case and point because of how he his belief in his standing in the football club.
It's simple, Tom. Either Salah buys in and he knows he becomes a part of the squad and not an automatic starter, or we say, Salah, you're possibly our greatest ever attacker in the Premier League era. Thank you for everything you've done, but we're going to move you on.
What do you think is more likely this summer?
It depends on the manager, in my opinion. If we get a manager in that Salah actually respects and wants to work with, then I think Salah will stay. If he doesn't, then I think he goes. If Slot stays, Salah's gone.
You can understand again. We can agree that the football club went about it the wrong way, but there is a part of me which understands from a purely business sense why they are looking at moving him on, because you have to be a bit horrible in this case and point, and the man's on £450,000 a week. We can't have that money tied up in a squad player.
Why not?
Because that's the most expensive player, second most expensive wage in the Premier League.
But we laud about how we have had the most revenue out of all the Premier League clubs.
Yes, because
we are making money.
Because you don't pay backups £450,000 a week.
All right, Tom. I'm going I hear what you're saying from a business standpoint, but I'm going to do this. How many players do we have on 200k or more in the squad?
4 to 6. I don't know what Wharton he's sacking on.
All right, so let's do it based on positions in the team.
I know that Alisson's on it. I know that
Alisson ain't on 200. Alisson's on 200k.
You just told me
he's on
Alisson's
225. He's on 225.
150.
Nah,
Alisson's not on 150.
He's not.
I thought Alisson jumped up on his last contract.
Right, go and have a look.
Oh my God, Alisson's on what? What the fuck? How's he on 150?
I do my research. So let me ask you this here, guys. Salah's on 400k a week, yeah, from what we know. And who's his backup at the moment? Chiesa on 150k, 150, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's say I think we can all say that Chiesa's gone, right?
Yeah.
Who would you guys like to ideally bring in as right winger?
What to replace both of them, or
depends on the circumstance.
If we're keeping Salah, who you bringing in?
Oh, Diamande.
Diamande.
I'm buying 2 wings. I'm buying Barcola and
no. Forget about left. We'll get to left. If we're saying who do you want to bring in for the right wing? I'm saying Elise. I'm putting it out there. I'm saying Elise. That's Diamande. How much do you think we'd put Diamande on for a contract?
How much did Kirkes get?
It's probably going to be around about 80 or 90, depending on how much he has on RB Leipzig. Probably 80 or 90.
I'd say the most he'd get is what Frimpong got, which is 100.
So let's say he gets 100. That's 500k for the right wing position. So if you're going to split it between 2 players, 250k each. I don't care. It's not my money for a start. We bring in stupid amount of revenue and we want to win trophies. Why are we the only club that does this? Pocket watches and does this. You think when Kevin wait. When Kevin De Bruyne was at Man City for his last season, was anyone going, oh geez, we can't keep Kevin De Bruyne on 400k a week because he's not starting every single game? No one gave it to us.
That's why they let him go.
They let him go because his contract finished. They didn't sell him.
They could have given him a new contract.
It's obviously not going to give Kevin De Bruyne a new contract because he wasn't at the level where he could have been getting a new contract.
Because he wasn't worth the 400 grand a week.
No, but the point is, Tom, this notion of you can't keep Salah around because of his price tag or whatever. I don't care.
I'm saying that I don't think you can keep Salah around because of how he sees himself and how we need to move.
And that's what I'm saying. And that's what I said. If Salah doesn't want to take on that role in the squad, then by all means, we give him a hug. We say, we love you, Salah. Thank you for literally everything you've done. But we'll move you on because this is what we require from the squad now. And we don't think you're an automatic starter. So if you want to be an automatic starter, then unfortunately, we're going to have to move you on. So it's simple as. If he is fine with being on board and we sit him down and go, you know what? You started this amount of games this season, or you in your mind, you think you're an automatic starter. We think now we want to take some of the burden off you and we actually want to rotate you in that position so that when you do play, you don't look fatigued and we get the best out of you. If he's on board with that, then I'm keeping him for another year.
Yeah, that's idealistic, and I just don't see Salah agreeing to that.
And if he doesn't, then that's cool.
Although when you talked about having Salah and you want Elise in the team. I know I
want the best in class. I don't understand why everyone doesn't want the best in class.
And you used the Man City example from last season. Who was Kevin De Bruyne up against last season? And who did Man City buy?
He was up against Foden. He was up against Bernardo. He was up against everyone in that mid.
But Bernardo Silva everyone says that Bernardo Silva is washed. He's not the same player. The only reason where they've got
I don't hear anyone calling him washed. He's not the same player as before. I don't hear people calling Bernardo washed.
couple of Man City fans have told me he's washed, like he's done.
That's on them. I mean, the Bernardo I've been watching, they washed. He's not as good as he was a
Again,
couple of years
it goes
ago. He's
it
not
goes
washed.
back it goes back to the point. They had their midfield rebuild this season because they realized that Kevin De Bruyne is not available, is not the same player. They have to let him go, and a couple of other players aren't at the level.
Mate,
Do you think it's even possible?
Sorry, Cal. I've just looked at Man City's midfield last season. Are you ready for me to rattle off the list?
Go on.
Gundogan, Kovacic, Bernardo Silva, Phil Foden, Mateus Nunes, Kevin De Bruyne. I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. Kevin De Bruyne was still playing 2,000 minutes, and that's not a good midfield.
My only thing I don't think is real. I don't think is realistic to have Elise and Salah in the table, two superstars in the same position. And I'm sorry, I don't think you'll get the best out of Elise if he plays in the middle. I don't think you get the best out of Elise if he plays on the left-hand side. I think if you want to get the best out of Elise, from what I've seen both at Crystal Palace and Bayern Munich, he has to play on that right-hand side. Yeah, and I don't think you're having two superstars there on big money contracts is realistic. That's why I say if we are going to get a Yan Diomande, Salah has to stay. Because Diomande is inexperienced and look, Tom mentioned this. He's not going to be doing what Salah did at the last couple of seasons. However, the English media, they love to do this all the time. The basic bitch analysis, I like to call them. The guy's coming in to replace Salah. Will he live up to the expectations? Will he produce the same output as Salah? They will do that, and they will hound him. That's what they love to do, and that's why I don't want to let Yan Diomande come in with all that pressure coming into next season and expect him to live up to the levels that a lot of people are expecting him to do. Because I think he can, but the media will crash it on him every single moment.
No,
whilst we keep on, whilst we are very, very good as a fan base, we're very good at defending our own players. Like I don't want to put that much pressure on a kid like that. Not like that.
I think you're one of the biggest weirdos on YouTube. Because you come to me and you go like, the only reason why you're defending Salah is Arab, and then you go like, do you think Arabs see North Africans as Arab? So you can hold this ban.
By the way,
so the thing that I've listened to what you guys say in terms of this conversation, and to be honest, like looking at Mo's numbers this season and everything that he's done on the football pitch, like we need what he's done this season is regular winger numbers. That's the truth. Because you look around the league, like even the only one that's really like outperformed everyone is probably Semenyo. The rest, like all this 5 and 5 and 6 and 6 is just regular winger numbers. So if you want something that's a lot better than this, you do need to buy someone of a certain level. I hear Ram's point in terms of like if you sign Diomande, you have to keep Mo. I get it, but that has to be like part of it has to be Mo accepting a bench role, which I don't think he will, and I don't want him to. I think it's better for him to leave, in my opinion. Better for him, better for his career and everything as well. Like if he goes to Saudi Arabia now, or the MLS as an example, or multiple different places he can go. He can even go to Italy or whatever. He can still receive a high wage and he can still play an important role and etc. And I think that's kind of like the thing for him now. I think being on the bench for a year will only damage him.
I'm going to ask a genuine question here. Do you think Salah wants to leave Liverpool, or do you think he wants to move away from working with Slot? Because those are two very different things.
I think neither. I think Liverpool want to sell Salah.
Forget about what Liverpool want. I'm asking, what do you think Salah wants?
I think I answered already. I think the answer is neither. I think he wants to stay if it's up to him.
All right. So, and he still has a contract. So remember, it's not like we can just say to Salah, "Oh, we want to get rid of you," and Salah's just going to go, "Okay, where do you want me to go?" Salah can turn around and just be like, "Nah, I'm staying."
Yeah, but here's the thing. This depends on the managerial situation as well.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't think he wants to leave.
If a new manager comes in the summer and is like, "Yo," he has a conversation with Richard Hughes and he's like, "I want to keep Mo and I want to start him at striker." That's on the manager.
This is my point. So I don't get the feeling Salah wants to leave Liverpool. You see how he celebrates his goals. You see the way he is with the fans. He doesn't want to leave Liverpool. He wouldn't have signed a new contract a couple months ago. He could have easily walked away from Liverpool numerous times since he's been there since 2017. I just don't think he wants to work with Arne Slot in the same way I don't think Curtis Jones probably wants to. In the same way I think Ibu's kind of getting fed up. I think a lot of these players are getting fed up with work with Slot as opposed to getting fed up with playing for Liverpool. Hence why I say if a new manager comes in, I would not rule out Salah staying even if we were to get another top class winger. I just wouldn't rule it out. I'm not saying it's definitely going to happen, but this notion that if anyone signs, Salah's just going to be like, oh, how dare you sign this player, or I'm off because I want to play a set. I don't agree with that. I think that's a lazy narrative.
I just don't see that happen because the part that gets me on that is, do we know that Slot wants Salah to go? Because from what I remember from the time that whole carry on happened, Mohamed Salah wasn't saying the manager threw me under the bus.
I never said Slot wanted him to go, but I heard
but that's I'm not saying you did, but I'm saying that if the club went over Slot's head to try and get Salah out, why does a new manager coming in and going, I want to keep Salah, suddenly make them go, I'm on board with that now? The club make decisions for the club.
No, they do, but Salah can also make a decision. Remember, Salah's under contract. It's not like Salah's contract's coming to an end and he's looking for a renewal. He got a renewal. Salah could literally sit there and go, I'm not going.
But then what does that achieve for him? If the club don't want him,
well, the manager's not going to not play him.
He will play, but he won't play the minutes that Salah wants to play at this point.
But he might just not. We have it in our minds that Salah will just want to go to Saudi because he's Arab.
No. Salah wants to go somewhere and play as a star player week in, week out.
I think he will go to MLS. Actually, I don't think.
That's what he
I think
wants
if
to
you
do.
gave Salah the choice and he had to leave Liverpool, I think Salah would want to stay in Europe and still be at a Champions League team.
Yeah.
I don't think Salah.
He'd want to go to Italy or something. But
yeah, like Napoli player or something.
He wants to go somewhere where he is a starter week in, week out. And I don't think Liverpool can guarantee that next year if they buy the right players.
I just don't think Salah wants to leave Europe. I think Salah, if you gave Salah the option to stay and play Champions League football still and be amongst Europe's best, I still think he would take that.
But I agree, but I don't think he takes it being a rotation piece.
But how many places would he be a rotation piece?
Here.
No, but I'm saying if he were to leave Liverpool. At Liverpool,
if he was to leave, he could go Italy. But this whole point is do you think he'll stay or not? I don't think Salah gets the situation he wants at Liverpool next season. And the club, not the manager, although I think the manager might be on board with it, the club are making it very clear. They made it very clear 3 months ago that they want to move on from Salah. They tried to quietly do it out the back door, which is the wrong way to go about it, and caused a lot more shit than it should have done. But they want to move on. Mohamed Salah has ambitions that he wants to see out in the final years of his career, which probably cannot be matched at Liverpool, all things considered, because we know the way Mohamed Salah is driven. Mohamed Salah isn't driven. He's driven by trophies. He is. I'm not going to lie and say he's not. He's driven by trophies, but he's driven more so at this point by the personal records and accolades he can have. I think that's why he signed another 2-year extension at Liverpool.
I think it's both.
He has been on the cusp of breaking how many fucking records, and if he put together another season like he had last year, he would have broken them all, and then he would have been able to ride off into the sunset with all them records, and that hasn't happened.
I think the records go hand in hand with us winning trophies, Tom. I'll be honest. I think he does want the personal record.
They go hand in hand, of course.
Whenever he breaks these records, we usually win something as well. So
they go hand in hand, of course. But as an individual and the way he speaks about it in interviews, we both recognise that the chance to be the top goal scorer for Liverpool in the Premier League, which I think he's probably hit now.
Yeah.
The chance to be the top scorer for one singular club in Premier League history, which he's hit now. The chance to chase down these assist records. The chance to chase down the most golden boots unanimously, whatever. That drives him on. He has the trophies. I'm not saying that he doesn't go into a season going, we could finish 6th. If I get my golden boot, I don't care. He obviously wants to win trophies as well, but I think when he goes into a season now, after what he did last year, he's going into it going, which records am I going for this year? And that's why I think if he stays, that's why Saudi doesn't appeal to him, because the records don't matter over there. He's still got records to break in Europe for himself. He could go back to Italy and still chase down some Champions League records. or still chase that. Maybe he's got some Serie A records that he started on in while he was there at Roma, and he wants to chase down. That's what drives him on. If that's what drives him on, he's not going to break them if he's at us as a squad player, and I think he knows that. He knows that at this point he needs to be a regular starter.
But what if he's sorry, bro?
I was going to say the thing is what Cal mentioned, because it's very the similarities between what's happening now with Salah and what Stevie had to go through in 2015 is very, very similar. Very, very similar.
I disagree, bro.
In what ways do you disagree?
Because we didn't have a good squad then when Stevie was there. So Stevie could literally turn around and say, "I'm still the best player at this club," effectively. Salah can't do that right now.
Salah could argue it though.
No,
Salah could argue.
Salah's resume and legacy can say that I'm the most decorated player here. He's not the best player at Liverpool right now. Steven Gerrard, even when he left, was still the best player at Liverpool.
Gerrard was our top scorer the season he left.
Yeah, like he still was our best player, and we had again. I think the similarities are we have two managers who have their head up their asses at the moment, and both are looking to. I mean, Brendan made it very clear.
Keep Brendan at the time, and anyway, sack him 8 games into the season.
I mean, Gerrard said it himself in his
Can't
book.
wait for us to
He looked at the squad around him and went, "I'm better than Joe Allen and Lucas. I should be playing ahead of them."
Yeah, and he's right.
I don't think Salah can sit there at the minute and go, "I'm better than Wharton and Ekitike. I'm better than." The only guys Gerrard could look at in that squad and say they're better than me in his eyes were Coutinho, Sterling, and Henderson,
who didn't play in his position though. But he didn't play in his position though.
He did.
Like you said,
Gerrard played the back half of that season as a 10.
But we all know that Gerrard didn't have the legs to play as a 10. He's better off playing as a number 6.
It was when he played. It was when we played the 3-4-2-1. So remember when Emre Can was at centre back?
Ram, sure.
The funny thing is, Ram, we say we're in his position. Sterling played that season as a striker or as a 10. Coutinho was a 10. Henderson was a 10 or an 8. The only other position left was the 8 for Gerrard. So he wasn't arguing against Henderson or Coutinho or Sterling. He wasn't arguing that. He was going, the other spot is going regularly to Allen or Lucas or Lallana. I'm better than them.
Big game at the Bernabeu that sealed the fate, wasn't it? Like
he probably was better than them, but isn't in the same sense. Like, are we watching Cody Gakpo or are we not?
Yeah, but everyone wants Gakpo gone. So,
but when you say everyone, though, we're speaking from the club's perspective. Why are we speaking from a fan's perspective now?
But do you think the club wouldn't want to shift Gakpo on at this point in time?
No, I'm saying we've spoken for the last 30 minutes about Salah, and we've already agreed that he should go and all that stuff. When we're talking about Cody Gakpo, are we sure that the club will sell him?
I think they wouldn't be against it.
I don't think they'd be against it.
I think they fucked themselves over by giving him 250 grand a week.
Yeah,
because it's infinitely harder to sell him.
I think.
And the other thing is, if Klopp remains as manager, are we sure Gakpo will leave?
Now that for me is the thing.
I could see it. I could see it because it was made clear last summer that what he wants doesn't go because he wanted to keep Diaz and he went over his head and sold Diaz. So if they got an offer of 70 million quid, which would be, the biggest miracle on God's green earth, but if Bayern Munich came to us and went, here's 70 million quid for Gakpo, do you think they're going to sit there and go, the manager doesn't want to let him go? Or they're going to go, we could go grab Barcola for that. We could go get Diamande. We could go find another winger to add to our collection there who was better and more dynamic.
Tom, can we clear something up there? You see when we say they went over his head and sold Diaz, Diaz made it clear he wanted to go and we weren't giving Diaz a new contract. There's a difference between just selling him.
We could have kept Diaz, though. He had 2 years left on his deal.
We could have, but if Diaz wants to go, the club aren't also going to keep him either.
No,
for the sake
you're right.
And Diaz has had been wanting to leave Liverpool. And again, I'm not sitting there saying Diaz is a bad guy for that. And I'd also say that Diaz, in my opinion, should have been on higher money before we even sold him. Like, he should have had a new contract from before. But there's a notion that Slot wanted to keep him, and FSG said no. I don't think that's the case. I think it was a case of.
Sorry, Callum. I agree. I just need to. Ricky T. How do I keep contradicting myself if I've said that Salah, when he's older, won't accept being rotational It's not that he shouldn't be; it's that he won't accept it because that's how he's driven as a person. You see it every time he comes off the football pitch. He's pissed off coming off the football pitch. You think he's then going to sit there after 9 years of being a guaranteed starter and go, let's do 5 games on the bench for Michael Olise. In the twilight of my career, when I've not got many years left, you know what I want to spend one of them years doing? Being a rotation piece. That's not what drives him. So as much as I would like it to happen, because I love Mohamed Salah, and I think that you could extend his career if you A, turned him into a 9, or B, he was able to embrace being rotational. None of that is going to happen. So why would I live in denial and go,
unless a new manager comes in? And
I do think a lot of it depends on manager. You're not wrong in what you're saying, Tom. I think a lot of it depends on manager.
I don't think that a new manager's coming in, though, Cal. Because I don't see a world now where we don't get top 5.
Well, no, but Tom, can we?
I'm not saying we're playing well enough, but I'm just saying there are teams around us that are going to start really struggling.
Going off what where we are now, we're not going to get top 5. We're not going to get Champions League next season. So I'm only going off what we're going on now. No, we're 6th. We're not 5th.
Okay. Yes, in the current moments in time, we're behind on goal difference, and everyone else has a harder run than us.
But the run don't mean anything, Tom.
Bro, runners don't matter.
Cal.
No, but
I don't want the manager to stay as much as you don't want the manager to stay.
No, it's not. It's got nothing to do with the manager.
I can appreciate that we're going to get top 5 because we are better than the teams around us.
No,
even if we're not playing well enough.
You're getting me wrong, Tom. I sit here and tell you, I don't care regarding the manager situation. I want Liverpool to get Champions League football, but I can't sit there and go, oh, we're going to get Champions League football because we've got a better run than other teams and they've got hard, because we've had easy runs, quote unquote, and we ain't done anything in those easy runs, bro. Like, so I'm sitting there saying I'm going to take it a game at a time, and I'm still telling you, Tom, I don't trust this team and I don't trust this manager. And so forget about Chelsea, Man United. I don't trust us yet because I still see us going to Nottingham Forest and getting turned over, but snatching a win. And another day we lose that game 2-3-0 potentially. So we're still too inconsistent to go, yeah, the other teams are going to fall.
100% we're inconsistent.
They might falter, Tom, and we might falter that same week.
I don't disagree that we're inconsistent, but the other 2 teams around us are also inconsistent. So I'm going on.
They're already above us, Tom. That's the point. They're already above us.
Yes, but we're saying they're already above us. Like it's a points gap that we'd have to catch up on anyway. United's the exception because they could go 3 points ahead of us if they won tonight.
Come on,
Everton. We are level on points with Chelsea. So all we have to do is have one result, and we play them at Anfield anyway. So we all only need one result difference to swing to get above them.
Do you trust us to beat Chelsea at Anfield?
You know what? Yeah, I would. At the minute, I would. At the minute, I would. I wouldn't say it'd be a good performance, but I'd say that we'd get the job done because I don't think Chelsea are 100%.
I think Chelsea have been worse than us even.
And the reason why I mentioned the run is because I looked in. I was doing this on Friday, and I looked at the run of games that we've got. We played 17th, which was the hardest one because we'd never beat Forest under Slot until that point. 17th. We've then got 18th in West Ham, who are on good form, but they're still 18th. Wolves, who are 20th. Tottenham, who are 16th. And Brighton, who are 15th, or they were 15th before the weekend. So we are playing in this 5-game run, starting from Forest. We play 5 of the bottom 6. And at some point, I think pride and standards has stepped into this football club, and these players have went, we're getting Champions League football. And this run is the run where you start that. And after that, then you've got a dodgy run where you've got Fulham, who are a bit of a dodgy team. Everton away, dodgy game. Crystal Palace at home. We struggled against them this year.
I can almost guarantee we don't win Everton away, and I can guarantee we don't win Palace at home.
Palace is a bit of a different case because they're in turmoil.
What's the 2 points from 2?
They're horrible.
Palace is in turmoil at the minute, so I think that one's a little bit different.
Run ever right there.
I disagree on that front because I think Palace are in turmoil. And then the final 4 games, you've got United away, 6-pointer. Chelsea at home, 6-pointer. Villa away, which could end up being a 6-pointer, by the way. We have people haven't failed to consider that if Villa's form suddenly drops off, it's a 6-pointer.
My logic for getting top 5 has been simple. And I want to speak about Liverpool's future as well. I'm gonna just grab these supers. My logic is very simple. I just think we have better players than the other teams. It's that simple, to be honest.
That's true. That's true.
Anyway, let me just grab these supers. I'm gonna move on to talk about like the Liverpool future and us moving forward. Big up to you, all of you guys.
Ricky T. I am at no point here, and I'm sure the guys here can back me. At no point have I said I don't want Liverpool to have depth. I'm just saying that I don't think Mohamed Salah is going to accept being the depth option.
Why are you
If
beefing
you sell
Ricky so
Salah,
much?
go and buy 2 right wingers. Go and buy 4 of them if they're happy in the role.
I mean, Tommy, you didn't want 5 centre backs, and you didn't want us to buy a new winger in the summer when Gakpo was happening. So I'm just saying, maybe Ricky.
Right.
Big up-
Is that the game you're trying to
Fonzie
play
says,
now,
"Good
Cal, is
morning,
it?
everyone." Even Callum is what.
Big up
Fonzie
Fonz.
said.
Big up Fonz. We've buried the
Wow.
hatchet. It seems.
Incoming, he's not a right back propaganda from Judge Mo. This was when we were talking about Frimpong. He's definitely a right back, and he should start right back for us, 100%.
Mo's just I don't know what Mo is. He's just
You have more to deal with in 2 hours, so good luck, buddy. 2 hours, I'll be eating. Finally, Chef Ramsey to cook. Haha, brother, stop it.
Yeah, we're
Kenneth?
not seeing Calvin. We're not.
I
seeing
love
Calvin.
you. You come on my halftime shows and everything. Put the Calvin Ramsey in the bag, and just allow it. Premier League will be shit. Maybe top 4. Champions League plus Cups equal the priority. You know, I have like this thing. Every time I watch these players in the Champions League, these same exact players, everyone's just 100 times better, including Gakpo. I don't know why we're just so much better.
Because we've built a squad that's made for a slower tempo.
It's also you could argue it's a mentality thing, Tom, as well. When it comes
Maybe
to
it's a
Champions League.
mentality thing. It's a bigger competition. There are, you know, a group of these players haven't won it for years or haven't ever won it. Whereas
It's a competition, it's a competition that this team, and I'm not talking about obviously Ali, Mo, and people like that. This team hasn't won it.
Yeah, maybe, but I think it's just the tempo of the games is slower, and so the physicality isn't the main deciding factor. And if you look at our summer, we didn't die physical, we bought technical. So in these more technical games, we're a little bit more able to hold our own. Whereas it's the physical games against Forest where they just play 3 brutes in midfield who can outrun us, outwork us, outfight us. That you end up with the problems like you got in the first half yesterday, where you spent 45 minutes penned back in your own half, getting bullied by Nottingham Forest.
Because of the tactics we employ.
That was a factor as well. I'm not disagreeing. I explained to Hassam earlier.
These are the same players that won the Premier League last season against a lot of the teams that were in here last season.
Also the structure
like,
of the team.
The way, like, so much of this team and the performances this season lie on the hands of the manager because of how he sets us up. Like, I'm not even sitting there saying there's certain players I wouldn't sell. Like, again, McAllister was brilliant last season. I would probably look to cash in on McAllister in the summer. Don't think he's crap. I just probably would look to cash in on him because I think his legs are going a little bit. He's been overplayed by club and country. But this notion that overnight this league's become physical and we can't handle the physicality because we bought technical players. So what? Kirkes ain't physical, no? Kirkes weren't in the Prem last season and voted the best left back in the Prem. Frimpong, yeah, I'll give you that. He's not the strongest, but are we talking about pace and recovery? Frimpong ain't got that. Verts, I mean, when it comes to tens, he's one of the hardest working tens in world football. Has been his whole career.
He's not physical though in that sense. Is he?
Yes, but we were able to negate these physical.
He's not become that. He's become better than what he was. And yes, last year the tactical side
is physical. Ekitike is physical.
But when he wants to be,
yeah, but he's physical, right?
When he wants to be,
so he's physical then.
Yeah, but everyone's physical when they want to be. Ekitike frustrates me at times because he for the guy he is and for what he's shown me this year.
We're not losing games because of physicality. We're losing games because this manager is setting us up to fail.
Yes, the tactics are a problem and they are the main problem, and that is why he should go. But the lack of physicality or the physicality problems are a byproduct of the poor tactical setup because we are leaving our players.
Yesterday I asked Mo if we do everything that we did, which is what you're saying and you know what he's saying as well, but we keep Arne Slot, can we win the league? He said no. Because he's saying tactically and man management wise, the team is just not good right now.
We did a watch long. Do you know how many times?
That's an Inter fan, so he has no bias at all.
That's what I'm saying. Like, do you know how many times Salah got the ball yesterday and there were 3 Forest players around him and not a Liverpool player in sight? again, I'm
Curtis
not even
Jones
saying-
yesterday, before he moved to right back, in the first half, he got the ball one time in that left pocket, and I was like, "Where's Kirkes and where's Gakpo? Not just one of them, not just Gakpo, both of them just weren't there." And I was just like,
here's my thing.
"Where's players around him?"
When I watch slot football, do you know what it says to me? It says we're going to get the ball to the wide players, and the wide players have to make something happen. That to me ain't tactics. That's relying on individual brilliance. And even a peak Mo Salah is very unlikely he's going to dribble 3 players and do something for 90 minutes in a game. We are relying on players for individual magic rather than tactics to actually build progressive football and football that opens teams up. Again, I'm not sitting there saying that Pepe spent bare money and he hasn't got great players at his disposal. But you look at how he plays. He opens teams up because he has a structure and he has a plan on how to do it. Hell, I don't like the way Arsenal play, but they have a way of playing which shows that they can get chances. Yes, they rely on set pieces, but it's part of the game, innit? And they've managed to do it better than everyone else. What is our identity? What is our style of play in terms of creating and scoring goals? It is get the ball to the wide players.
We don't have a set way. We don't.
And that's my point. It's get the ball to the wide players and get the wide players.
There's no triangles. There is no link-up play. None of that.
We're not struggling this season because the league's gone physical. Because if that's the case, why aren't City struggling? Why aren't City struggling?
Here's the thing: if Mo leaves, but Gakpo and Slot stay, nothing will change. Within 7 games,
this manager. I'll tell you this for now. I know it won't happen. If Arne Slot wins the Champions League, I'm still saying thank you, goodbye. I'm still saying
it's a real shame Mo hasn't had Frimpong all season. I agree with that. I really miss Jeremy Frimpong, man. I can't believe that at the beginning of the season I've had to beg for him to be the starting right back. And the Baldy stopped us from just watching Salah, Isak, Wirtz, and Ekitike in the same team. He stopped us watching more Salah and Frimpong, and he asked Bradley to overlap all the time. So irritating. Mo might be near the end, but he can do it in the Champions League plus deliver number 7. If Mo goes, we need 2 right wingers. Gakpo needs to go plus 1 left winger, and Rio alone or stay. I'm okay with Rio Gomoa staying. I'm not against Rio Gomoa, but I agree with this. Here's the thing. Everything City that you're saying, I've agreed with from a long time ago. People have been gaslit to the level that they think that I wouldn't sell Mo. I never said that. I just want a player of a certain level. I said if you can't get A-level players, get at least B-plus level players who can become A-level players. Because if you guys are frustrated with 4 and 6, guess what? Go look at Saka's numbers. Go look at Trossard's numbers. These are just regular winger numbers in the Premier League. So the reason why people are frustrated is the performances and the numbers haven't been that amazing compared to before. So you can't replace regular with regular,
and then
next season expect spectacular. At least replace him with someone who's like B plus, who can be A, who can, in 2-3 years time or in 2 years time become that A level winger. Olise before Olise became Olise. That's it. So that's all we want. And for me, the other thing is from a club perspective, it's easy. It's actually easy to sell Salah. Saudi Arabia, MLS. Just a franchise player, high salary, not a problem. Convince right now a European team to take 250 grand a week Cody Gakpo. Go ahead. Who's convinced? Yalla, here I provided you the solution. Easy solution. You want Salah gone? No problem. Salah, Saudi Arabia, Salah, MLS. Give me the solution for Gakpo. What's the solution? Why are you guys quiet? What's the solution? Who's going to pay 250 grand a week? Go on.
Bayern.
Yeah.
Bayern. For some stupid reason, Bayern have a thing for Gakpo. I don't know why, but they do.
There you go. If Bayern Munich want Cody Gakpo, I'll drive him to the airport. Cal, it's your ownership that hindered our progression and stopped us from saying at the top they're not going anywhere, and neither is Slot. I mean, at some point in time, you got to take the owners accountable as well, because they're the ones keeping him. He's not keeping himself. Diomande, the 45-year-old star boy. If you know with Uncle Albert's crash out, he's like, Diomande is not 21. He's not.
Big up Diomande, though. He's not. No, he's 19. He's 19.
Albert offered me a Ghanaian passport with me being 21 instead of 30. So I'm like, okay, let's go, Unc. If we want multiple trophies, we need squad depth, of which we all agreed we need squad depth. For me personally, if Salah accepts a bench role, Olise and Salah is the ideal scenario. But
100%.
Salah accepting being a bench role player. If he doesn't accept it, that's fine. You sign Olise and you sign a prospect winger for like 5 million that no one knows about. That's it. Very simple. If only Salah could swap nationality to Dutch, would you prefer Diomande or Anthony Gordon for 85 million? I'll be honest with you. I have a very unpopular opinion. I think
Tom would
Anthony
love
Gordon-
Anthony Gordon.
I think Anthony Gordon
No.
is extremely overrated.
What happened to backing your
Complete
fellow
bullshit.
Scousers, bro? What we doing?
Because
This guy
I
misses
backed him because it
one-on-ones
would have been
for fun.
funny. I backed Anthony
I don't
Gordon
think he
because it would
has
have
a
been
good
worth
cross
it to
on
see him
him.
score
I
against
don't think he's a
Everton.
good
And then he got a
footballer.
pen against them and missed it. And then at that point, I've had no care in the world for him. Why would I want someone that can't even handle Everton? That's the only reason I'd sign him. Because it'd be funny to see him score against Everton. But if he can't do that, I don't want him. Especially not for 85 million quid. Yan Diomande is so much better at what we need.
Bro.
There are wingers in the fucking championship who I would buy ahead of Anthony Gordon.
Cal would love Gordon. He's homegrown, isn't it, Cal?
Don't, bro. I just put Anthony Gordon stuff in the bag, man. It's not for me.
Cal, who on Coppish wants Anthony Gordon?
Cal.
None of us. No, none of us. I did say I don't think Anthony Gordon's rubbish. I still don't think he's rubbish. And I always said I don't think there's much.
But you take
between
it
him
because
and
he's homegrown, isn't it?
No, there's so many other players I'd go for before Anthony Gordon, man. He's not rubbish. I'd say, look, not even take the mick. He's probably on the same level as Gakpo, maybe a little bit more ruthless than Gakpo. There's not much between him and Gakpo, but no, I'm good.
Tom, not backing your fellow Scouser, bro.
I'm
man.
over Anthony Gordon. Like, I want genuine top quality wingers. Like, I want the best in class with Liverpool Football Club. Don't want us buying players just
I want
because of the
Olise.
region of the world they're from.
Oh, by the way, just for reference sake, to answer your question, perfecto, I'm taking Diomande over Gordon all day.
Yeah.
Isak's return in March could have major significance. We need Alexander Isak. We need him. We need his goals. We need his box presence. I mean, Ekitike playing DM yesterday doesn't really help us when the forwards have the ball. Fully agree with Cal. If Champions League, thank you, bye-bye, is what Redline of Teranga saying. As much as I can't stand Darren Slot, I think winning the Champions League,
He's
he
staying.
he does deserve more time.
Lad, if we
Whoa,
get
whoa,
top, if
wait,
we get,
hold
if
on,
we
hold
get
on.
top four, Arne Slot's staying.
Why
Don't
does he?
know.
Why does he deserve more time?
Because the Champions League is the pinnacle of football.
Okay, doesn't mean you have to be the best team to win it, though.
I never said you have to be the best team. I just think if
Why-
a manager
Why does
wins
he
a
deserve to stay? I don't think
Oh,
he
you
deserves.
can't. You can't fluke a
because
Champions
winning the
League.
Champions League is the most
You can
difficult.
fluke a Champions League. Di Matteo
No.
fluked Champions League.
No. But that
But none
core
of
though,
these managers won a league and the Champions League. Anyone you're gonna mention?
you have to. No, the reason why I say you can't fluke a
This
Champions
is
League.
this is
Cal,
Liverpool. This right here, this is Liverpool's problem, right?
I haven't said anything bad.
No,
about
Liverpool's
City.
problem is not me. If Slot wins the
No.
Champions League, then he deserves to stay because a
Doesn't
successful
deserve to
season
stay. He doesn't
constitutes.
deserve to stay.
Every time in the summer we have a conversation, and we can speak about this now. Big up to all of you guys. By the way, we got 700 people in the building. Appreciate you guys always being here. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're yet to do so. Big up to all of you guys. Please like, subscribe, and yeah. In terms of like Slot and like Liverpool's future, my opinion is not Liverpool's problem, because the difference with my opinion is if Arne Slot wins the Champions League, he's gonna have to out tactic and beat really good teams to do it. So as much as I can't stand the guy, I think he would deserve another year if he wins the Champions League. Because me giving a manager who won the Champions League another season, then that's not sentiment. Champions League, when we have a conversation in the summer and I go like, what would you constitute as a successful season? Everyone says winning the Champions League or the Premier League. Guess what? If we win the Champions League, it's a successful season. And it usurps everything bad, really. Like, I've always said, if we finish like 7th and win the Champions League, it's a successful season. Champions League is like be all and end all. That's like the 5 out of 5-star competition right there. You win that.
Let me ask you guys a question.
Yes.
When we won the Champions League in 2005, Dudek was
Benitez.
very good in that whole Champions League run, right?
Benitez.
No. Dudek was very good in that Champions League run. We'll all agree with that. And then
They
the
are
final,
managers different things for
hear
me.
me out.
he still made mistakes.
Yeah, every player makes mistakes. Gerrard made mistakes in that Champions League run. Like all players make mistakes. That's just part and parcel. All managers make mistakes, part and parcel. But we couldn't all agree Dudek was excellent in that Champions League run. And in the final, performed absolute heroics, not just from the penalty spot, but from the save from Shevchenko. What happened in the summer?
We got Reina
Why did we get Reina?
because he was young and Bedias thought he was better.
Not thought he was better. He was better. We went and got Reina because he was better. Why? Because in the league, Dudek wasn't good enough in the league. So yeah, he had fantastic Champions League run, but in the league, Dudek wasn't enough. And
Problem is though,
hold on. We upgraded and got a better goalkeeper.
but Cal, you could go.
We sacked off Sentiment, and we said big up Yurtsy, but we're gonna go and get someone better than you because we want to achieve even more. This notion that Slot has to stay because he wins the Champions League off the back of watching all the crap football in 2025, which has led into 2026, but he gets to stay because he wins the Champions League. I'm sorry, no.
Cal, was it his
Smith,
first?
No, I'm not going through this another season. I'm not sitting there next year, February, and going, well, he won the Champions League, so we had to give him another season. No, it's done.
Cal, was it his
2025
first
terrific.
season?
Say again?
Was it? Sorry, how many years was Dudek at Liverpool?
I don't know, bro. A few years.
Few years, and he was still making mistakes prior to that Champions League run, bro. Like everyone remember. So, example, 2003 when we played Man United, he made the mistake where
Dudek was at Liverpool for 6 years.
Pissed off, he was there for 6 years. No way.
Yeah, because Dudek didn't leave in the summer of 05.
He went to Real Madrid as well.
Yeah.
He joined in 2001 and left in 2007. He was here 6 years.
Oh shit, yeah. But
Him
by
going to Madrid is
the
the
by
funniest
Cal,
thing ever.
Dudek had previous cases of making mistakes but still performing in the big game. Because remember, 2003, that 2003 season, he made the mistake where Forlan capitalized on it, and then in the League Cup final made 2 brilliant saves to win us the League Cup. There's been cases where the guy has made mistakes, high profile errors within the league, but still producing in the cup competition.
You can fluke it in cup competitions. Then you can.
Okay, I love everything you're saying.
Certain players just rise to the cup
and
competition.
a manager is 2 different things.
If you don't want to keep
A player and a manager is 2 different things. I'll give you an example.
It's not that
2 years ago, you had the conversation with loads of Liverpool fans, and I had it, who wanted Salah to leave. Salah stayed, won us the Premier League. So they were objectively wrong.
I never wanted Salah to leave.
You had the conversation with people who wanted Salah to leave. Focus, baby. Focus. Don't make me repeat stuff. I'm fasting. So 2 years ago, people who had that conversation, he won the league. So objectively, they were wrong. Players are different than managers. By the way, just casing point with Mo as well. Let's say Enrique comes in and goes like, I'm gonna play Mo at striker. Mo could like score 20 goals next season and we win the league again. And then we would be right now who want Mo sold wrong again. It's different for players. But for manager, if I'm speaking from an objective perspective, at the start of every season, we have an objective. Either win the Premier League or win the Champions League. That's it. That's the objective. With the other stuff on the side. If you win the UEFA Champions League, it usurps everything. That's my logic. So, like, as bad as the football has been, okay, like, obviously the draw is on Friday, but, like, even, like, without knowing the draw, you would most likely have to beat a Barcelona or a Bayern or a PSG or a Madrid or a Arsenal. So, in order to do that, you have to, like, have some level.
But the objective...
So, the correct thing would be Benitez, not the thingy.
The objective also changes because this guy's been given the keys to the city. Rafa Benitez had to lose Michael Owen, sign Josemi, Antonio Nunes, and Pellegrini. This guy got to sign Frimpong, Kirkes, Ekitike, Isak, and Wirtz. I'm sorry, winning the Champions League is a great accomplishment, but it doesn't eradicate all the crap he's done.
He also didn't get any signings in his first summer.
Yeah, no, brilliant. But was he?
Zubimendi was it? Zubimendi was
you're right.
You never got it.
He got left with a crap squad, didn't it?
That's not what I said, though.
Oh, you
I'm
didn't say it.
hold on.
Comparing
the two situations.
No, there is no comparison. There's no comparison.
Did he deserve? Did he deserve the keys to the city after last season's performance?
No, yeah, absolutely. But what's he done with those keys? Left them in the shop so everyone can walk into our house.
Let me read this from Tyrone. He says, I'm sorry, but sacking the manager if he wins the Champions League when he won the Premier League before is delusion. If we win the Champions League, slot outers have to firm. They were wrong.
Only 3 managers in the history of the Premier League.
What?
Only
This-
three,
oh my
God.
only three managers in the history of the Premier League have ever won a Premier League and Champions. That was Klopp, Guardiola, and Ferguson.
I didn't ask him to win both the Champions League and Premier League this season, but I didn't ask to be in a top 5 race. Not after spending 500 mil or whatever it was. I didn't ask to be in a
Callum,
top 5
I think
race.
you missed Ram's stat. He's not saying in the same season. He's saying just Premier League managers who have won Premier League and Champions League anyway.
Cool,
Klopp,
great.
Ferguson, Pep, and if Slot does it, Slot.
Okay, so he's as good as them two then, yeah.
Them three.
Now you're gaslighting. Now you're
No,
gaslighting.
but that's what you're saying. Is it
No,
that-
you
is
work
that what
with
you're
people you accuse of gaslighting. Now you're doing it.
Cal,
No, I am gaslighting now,
Yeah, you are gaslighting. You
Yeah,
said
I
it
am,
yourself.
I am.
No one
you
said
believe it
Klopp
or
as good
not.
as Klopp or Pep or thingy. No one said that.
Whatever your belief is or not, Cal, you understand that if Arne Slot wins the Champions League this year, he's not going.
I don't think Arne Slot's leaving, even if he just qualifies for Champions League. I'm just sitting there telling you guys that this notion that we can't sack him or we shouldn't sack him for winning the Champions League when he's been crap for a whole calendar year and led into this calendar year is crazy to me. It's crazy.
It's not crazy to me because winning the Champions League usurps everything because it's the biggest club competition. I agree with Tyrone. Big up Tyrone. Like for me, winning the Champions League is just the biggest club competition, bro. How can I, if I'm speaking like, listen,
Well, Liverpool
if
won
we were
the
having this
Champions League at the beginning of the season.
and I said Slot's gonna win the league in his first season, the second season will fall off, finish 5th, and win the Champions League. Would you take it? You would have taken it.
Yeah, I take it. Doesn't mean I want the manager to stay though. I'm taking it because I'm a Liverpool fan. I do not want
No,
the
but
manager
now
to
you're
stay.
being wrong and strong.
I'm not being wrong and strong. Is it all right? So, do you believe in this manager to take us forward in the future?
Is that
Yes
the
or
Tom
no?
Little special? Is that
Right
the wrong
now, no, I
special?
don't. With the Champions League, I probably will have to believe whether I like it or
No,
not.
no. You keep on saying I will have to believe because he wins the Champions League, but some you don't believe.
Yeah, but we're talking. Here's the difference. We're talking about stuff we've already seen versus stuff where we haven't seen yet.
We're predicting.
Okay, let's say
We're
we
predicting
continue
the
playing this
future
football.
versus past I've seen already.
Let's say we continue playing this football, but we just scum our way through the Champions League. Let's say we get about 3 Nottingham Forest type performances and wins in the Champions League, and we win it in the final. What are you saying then?
I'm saying it's a
We
great
won the
Champions League.
League.
That's a lot of stipulations, Carl.
It's the Champions League. I don't care.
That actually happened.
You do realize, like Real Madrid,
Scumbag his way through.
Real Madrid have won Champions Leagues by being scumbags. You know this, right?
Brother. And what have they done to their managers?
Okay, they remember the year where they.
Oh no! What have they done to them?
Okay. I'm so glad you asked that. The year that they played Manchester City, out of 120 minutes they played against Manchester City, and the 90 in the first game, the 210 minutes that they played total in that game, Real Madrid were better than Manchester City for probably 5 minutes or 10 minutes of the 210.
15.
The game that they played against us in the final, we all remember what happened in that final. In the whole 90 minutes, I would say they weren't better than us in any run of the whole game, but they scored the goal. For the semi-final and the final against Manchester City and Liverpool that season, 2 best teams probably in the whole continent, they scumbagged both results.
Were they in the top 5 race that season in their league?
And they kept Ancelotti too.
Were they in the top 5 race in their league
You
that
think
season?
it would have mattered? They didn't win La Liga.
Where did they finish in La Liga?
Second, I think. This wasn't that the
How
season
many
that
Oh,
Barca won it?
I don't think.
Can
No,
we-
they
can
won
we
it.
just
They
check?
won La
They
Liga.
They won La Liga? Okay,
won
we
La
check.
Liga.
We check.
Oh.
we
Yeah,
check.
they did. They did.
Oh.
Benzema.
We check. No problem.
sick.
We check.
So you
Okay,
say
Carl. If you
No, hold on, wait.
No,
Did
no,
they
no.
do it- so they did a
They-
double.
They
They
won
did a
that
double.
league. They won that league at a counter as well by 13 points.
Oh no! Swear down.
Tom.
We-
Okay, if you
Where
want to
that
really,
one in
do you want to
the
really, do you want to do
Champions League in
context?
the
Do you want to do
season?
context, Carl? Do you want to do context?
No,
What happened,
hey.
what happened to Barcelona that season? What happened to Barcelona that season? Their closest rivals.
I don't know what they got a transfer ban or something.
That was the season Lionel Messi left the football club.
Oh, fairs. They won the. Yeah, that was the season Messi
What
left.
did
They
he
won
do?
the league.
Did they win the league? Yes or no?
They won the league.
And
but
they
I-
won the
yeah,
Champions League as well.
They literally had no
regardless,
rivals that
Hey,
season, Cal.
hey.
No one was their rival. I'm sorry.
Ask
Atleti
the
weren't there.
question.
Atleti weren't there, and Barcelona weren't there.
who here had
You are
Liverpool
so
finishing fifth?
shameless. I swear.
Who here on this panel?
Yeah, Habibi
had
Callum.
Liverpool finishing
Zidane
fifth?
Zidane managed Madrid for 3 years in a row. He won 3 Champions Leagues and won 1 league only. Carlo Ancelotti hasn't won a lot of La Ligas, by the way, but he's won the Champions League. many
Cal-
times.
Cal-
Cal, if you want some help in your argument, Carlo Ancelotti technically done a treble in 21-22.
Oh, swear down.
No, he
thank
did
you.
not.
I was waiting
He won-
for it. I was
he
won
waiting
the
for it.
league.
I was
No,
Don't
waiting
you
he
dare
won-
do Super Copper. Don't you dare,
He
Callum.
won
Oh.
the
Don't
league, the
do
cup,
Super
and the Super
Cup.
Cup.
Oh,
He got a treble.
He's
Don't get
Oh,
excited,
yeah.
Callum.
Why you
Callum,
getting
don't get excited.
excited?
He won the Community Shield of Spain. Relax.
Hold on, let me ask you a question. Who here on this panel had Liverpool finishing 5th this season in the league?
No one.
None of us.
Who had us finishing 4th?
No one.
3rd?
No one.
2nd?
No one.
Oh, so we all thought we'd win the league,
Yeah.
Okay,
but we're in the
great.
top 5 race. Ah, sick. But then let's keep the manager if we win the Champions League.
Oh,
Great.
how about this, Carl? Seeing as though you want to do hypotheticals, right?
I'm not doing hypotheticals. I'm actually talking facts.
No.
They
You
sacked
make-
Capello after winning the
No,
league.
because
Did
you-
sack
if you- no,
Capello
'cause you
after winning the league if you were in the place.
So I didn't catch that, Sam.
They sacked Capello after winning the league. Real Madrid's objective is winning the Champions League more than the Liga. Like if a manager comes in and wins them 3 La Ligas in a row, they don't care. But when they win 3 Champions League in a row, they care. You know,
Okay.
that's the thing. So that's the difference with them. Like they would have kept Ancelotti even had he not won La Liga that year, because the winning the Champions League is something that matters to them. But regardless, I'm not being like, the problem is we're speaking about stuff we haven't seen yet,
Cal,
and it might
do
happen in
you
the
think,
future.
Cal, do you think there's been other Champions League winners in the past who should have sacked their manager?
You'd have to run through the name. Like,
So I'll run you through the list up until 2000 because that's like, well, you know, the most recent
When
one.
everyone
So
was born.
PSG last year,
Until 2000,
yeah. Do we all remember who the manager was of fucking whoever in 1976? No.
Yeah,
So
Bob Paisley.
PSG, we didn't win it in 1976. PSG in last
No
season.
comment.
no, of course he should have kept the job.
Real Madrid 23-24.
Yeah.
They should have sacked Ancelotti.
Sacked
No,
Ancelotti.
no, I'm saying they should have kept. Come on. I'm saying,
Okay,
yeah.
right, okay. Man City 22-23.
Didn't they do the treble? Yeah.
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 Real Madrid 21-22.
As you just confirmed. Yep. they
At
should have
a
kept it.
former treble, yep.
Yep. Sweet.
Chelsea 2021.
That was Tuchel's first
Tuchel
Half
came in
season,
halfway through
half
the year and
season.
won the
halfway through
Champions
that
League.
season. Yeah.
hmm
Yeah. I think they should have kept him. Yeah.
Bayern Munich 1920. Hansi Flick.
Was that treble? Was that treble as well?
That was a sextuple.
That was a sextuple. He won 6 of them in 1 year.
Sexy. Go on. Keep going.
Klopp 18-19.
Yeah, we should have sacked Klopp, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
He was crap in the league that season. Where did he finish again?
He came second. He bottled a 7-point lead.
How many points did we get that season?
Just like 97.
97.
Oh, something small.
Still didn't win the league though, Carl, did he?
Real
No, he
Madrid.
didn't, but he competed those around.
Real Madrid 17-18.
17-18 was the Bell final, wasn't it?
Yep.
Where did Real Madrid finish in the league that season? That was I don't think they won the league that season, did they?
I think that was
No,
a second place.
They
finish.
were, I think they're second, yeah.
bro,
How many
Zidane
points?
won 1 La Liga in 3 years.
Hold
man.
on. How many points did they finish behind Barcelona with Messi? Ram. That was the Messi Barcelona, yeah, Ram.
Oh, they finished third.
But
17 points behind above Barcelona.
It was the 3-piece. It was the 3-piece. So
It was the
I'm so
third.
confused. Didn't they sack him and then rehire him and then he won the Champions League
So
anyway?
when
I
did
thought-
Zidane wanted to leave.
thought Zidane
Zidane wants to
resigned.
leave.
but either way they parted ways, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he
Okay.
left.
I know
16-17.
someone in the chat saying Zidane was sacked, but other
No,
people are saying
he
left.
resigned.
Tom, what's the
Uh,
point of this exercise? Because
No,
these
let
are
him
some
cook, let him
points.
cook, let him
Because
cook.
I'm trying to find out if Cal believes that Arne Slot should be the first manager to win the Champions League and be sacked the next day. Or if there's other examples in the past which he can go on.
There
and
is
say they
no
couldn't do it.
examples of anyone winning the Champions League and getting sacked the day after. Even Matteo didn't get sacked the day
Di Matteo
after.
came in halfway through that season.
Yeah, Tuchel didn't get sacked the day after. No one
Came in
gets sacked
halfway
the
through
day
that
after.
season.
Tom.
Came in
So you're
halfway-
just wasting everyone's time.
So both
No, you're
managers-
missing the point of what the exercise is. I'm trying
Thank
to figure out
you,
if
Tom.
Cal
They're
has said
missing the
there
point.
should have been one that did it. Not there has been one that did it. Because I could do that myself. It's fact checking. I'm asking Cal if because he thinks Slot should be sacked even if he wins the Champions League, are there other teams in the past that are in the same boat where they won the Champions League, but they still should have sacked their manager anyway?
Are there any other managers who won the Champions League who spent in excess of £400 million on some of the best talent in world football and struggled to be in a top 5 race?
No, because
what-
400
hold on,
million
hold on.
pounds is 200 million from 2 years.
Let me ask you guys a question. Any manager in that list, did they lose 9 in 12 and still keep their job? Oh, cricket.
I mean, that's Zidane 17, 18
no.
No.
Smile, Hassan, smile. Did anyone?
I'm not.
in that
I'm not
list-
denying it though. Why do you? I'm slot out, Habibi. But if he wins the Champions League, we have to firm it. We're
Tom,
wrong.
could you confirm you've gone through the list? Did anyone in that list lose 9 in 12 games?
I've got to be honest, you have to give me more time than 2 minutes to answer that question. I'm going to have to go through every season
I can give you 30
individually.
seconds. I bet the answer is no.
You want me to
Well,
go
I'll
to
chat-
There's
I'll
no need to
chat
go
GPT.
through every season individually. Me and you both know the answer to the question is no. So now let's just allow it. You get me? Just keep it stepping. and
You
speak
never
what
know.
It's cool. I hope we do win the Champions League. I do. I want Liverpool to win the Champions League. But I will be sitting here next year. And if we don't do well with Slot, I'll be sitting there saying we fumbled. And if we do well with Slot, I'll be the first on here to apologize.
Cal, there's
Then you can
no team has ever done it.
Oh, no team's ever. Oh, mad.
You can't save yourself, Callum. You really
I'm not
can't.
trying to save myself.
Okay.
You know you've actually lost the argument from all angles.
Haven't I've lost the angle? I've lost the argument from all angles.
Yes, because in the start of the on the start of the year, every time I ask you what do you want to win, you say Premier League or Champions League. But if he wins the Champions League, خلاص, we were wrong. It's okay to say we were wrong.
No.
I was wrong too because I wanted Slot
You
gone.
can- okay, cool. Let's just keep him if he wins the Champions League.
No, I'm actually being honest. I wanted Slot gone too, but I would be wrong if he wins the
Cal
Champions
forgets
League
that we
season.
all want the manager gone.
How can we win a Premier League and a Champions League and want the manager gone the summer after? That's mad.
Because the manager's not playing sustainable football for us to do well in the Premier League. The manager's
I have found a run. That's it's not as bad as 9 losses and 12.
You won't
but
find a run after that.
It's not as bad. But Ancelotti's AC Milan that won in 2007 against us won 2 and 12. So we won 3 and 12. They won 2 and 12.
Okay. And was Ancelotti there after that season?
Nope.
Huh?
Did Ancelotti leave that summer? Did he?
I think
I'm asking.
No, Palai.
Ancelotti stayed.
Didn't he go to Chelsea?
No, he got
Ancelotti
another
stayed
season,
another
then
year,
went to
Luton.
Chelsea. He got another season, then went to Chelsea.
Let's
Really
check right now. When the hell did Ancelotti manage?
2009.
2009, yeah. So he actually got 07-08. So yeah, he got at least
Because he
one
won the
more
league at Chelsea 09-10, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was there another year. Hold that, buddy. Hold that.
No, that's cool.
So you would have sacked Ancelotti. I mean, Berlusconi, one
You're
of the most
saying you'd have
cutthroat managers
sacked
cutthroat owners
Carlo.
in history.
How's
Yeah.
that, James?
But
Yeah.
by the way, in that because I'm being fair about it, AC Milan were in a top 4 battle all season, scraped it on the last day.
Did they win any other trophies apart from Champions League?
Oh
that
my
season?
God.
No.
Carlo Ancelotti only won
no,
one
they
league
got
title.
they got knocked out of the Coppa Italia in the semi-finals.
So you had to go
5-3.
back to what year for that, Tom?
He won only one
2006-07.
league title. That's crazy.
2007. Cool.
He won
You
only
guys-
2
You
leagues
guys
at
have won the
Real
argument.
Madrid.
You found one person in 2007. So let's have it then. Ancelotti at that time is the same level as Arne Slot, yeah?
Look at you gaslighting and
such a
changing
No,
the
no,
That is
argument.
so shameful, Cal.
You're so shameful. You're so
What?
you have no shame. You have no shame.
I'm just asking.
Because you keep moving the goal. Okay, Tom disproved you.
You
Can
guys are
not be
still
wrong,
moving
it's
the
wrong.
goalposts.
How are we moving the goalposts? What are we doing?
You guys are still moving
You
the
just said, has any of those teams lost 9 and 12? Tom
we
just
need
said
a correction.
They
By the way,
won 2 and
Hold on.
12.
He just told you
they didn't lose
There's
9
no
12.
hold
They only
on
won 2
nothing.
and
You're
12.
proven wrong.
They didn't lose 9 in 12.
They won in
Okay, they
12.
They
won
lost
2 and 12. Tomato,
They lost
tomato,
6.
buddy.
They lost 6, drew 4, and won 2.
1-2.
So they've got 10 points out of a possible 36. I think it's one more than us.
But I need to issue a actual correction. 'cause
Same
we all
same shit in it.
We all said Arne Slot made.
And that was
not
against
Arne Slot.
Lecce and Livorno and these guys.
It was against Verona. Ancelotti actually got 2 more seasons after 06-07, not 1. He
Yeah,
got
2
more.
seasons, buddy.
Fair.
Tell us the teams that they lost to. Go on. Tell us,
In that
read us
run.
that whole 12-game run.
In fact, I'm actually wrong. It was actually 2 wins in 15 that run. It's not.
Oh,
2
2 wins in
15.
15. There you go, Mr.
So you had
Sanderson.
a 0-0 draw with Livorno, a 0-0 draw with Siena, a 1-0 draw with Sampdoria, a 2-0 loss to Palermo, a 1-0 win versus Chievo, a 4-3 loss to Inter, a 2-0 win to Atalanta, a 2-1 loss to Milan, a 0-0 draw with Empoli, and then it ends with a 1-0 win against Messina. But I need to go down to the Champions League where they lost 1-0 to AEK Athens and lost 2-0 to Lille.
Wow.
Sick.
It's like similar
There
to
you go.
It's
See,
similar to
Lille
our
and
run.
AK Athens. By the way, with Kaka, yeah, who was?
I mean,
the
in
team,
theory, I could actually make it so it is 3 wins in 18, 19. I think that was the run. 3 wins
Let's
in 18.
look. AC Milan,
have a look at that
2006-17. Let's just
Oh,
double check.
they had Dida, they had Nesta, Maldini.
Yeah, all of these guys. Don't worry, we'll read them.
No,
now.
let's look
yeah?
at the squad. Let's do it.
Dida, Cafu, Maldini, Calazza, Costa Corta, Riccardo Oliveira, Gennaro Gattuso, Inzaghi, Seedorf, Gilardino, Nesta, Borriello, Simic, Jankulovski, Johan Gorkuf. Remember him? I remember him. Pirlo, Kaká, Ambrosini, Serginho was there still. Yeah. But you know who was there for some reason? Matteo Darmian. What the hell? When did this
He was a
happen? But he
kid.
was a youngster. But he was a youngster there anyway.
Mhm.
So yeah. Probably much better than the team we have right now.
What? Oh, sorry. Mr. Moses said AC Milan would dot points that season as well.
They were docked for, I think it was 7 points.
That has
Oh.
nothing to do with that argument.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it kind
We
of.
asked, did they lose 9 and 12? We just read the run.
Okay.
That was
Sorry,
just
eight
as
points.
dreadful as our run.
2 and 50.
You know what? You're right. Let's keep Slot if we win the Champions League. Let's do it.
There you go. See, now he's gaslighting again.
So if there's
No.
okay, if there's an upturn in performance,
You're doing
now
exactly
to
what
the end of the
Liverpool
season,
did
and
in
we
the
win
Robin
the Champions League.
No. Oh no. If there's an upturn in, Bob, I'm man enough to sit here and say I was wrong. I'm man enough to sit here and do that. I've
I
done
know
that many
that.
times on YouTube.
So
I know
say
that.
it then.
I'm not wrong yet because we ain't won anything.
Yeah, but
We
we're
haven't won
doing
anything.
hypotheticals. The whole
We're
point of this was a
no, we're
hypothetical.
sitting-
What are we
We're
doing?
sitting there going, oh yeah, we got to keep him. Bloody hell, we ain't even
No,
gonna win
but
anything
Cal, for I've always maintained this. You can't fluke a Champions League. At some point, you will play the best of the best and you will win. And people come up with Chelsea and all that stuff. I'm sorry,
Okay.
you can't fluke it.
So Di Matteo didn't fluke the Champions League.
They look at that core. Look at the core team they had. I'm sorry, that team was still good enough to win a Champions League. We're talking about Petr Cech,
I never
Ashley
asked-
Cole,
I
John
never asked-
Terry, Didier Drogba, Frank
Did they
Lampard,
fluke?
Juan
Did they
Mata.
fluke? Did they fluke the Champions League that season? Yes or no?
No,
Oh, Ram, you're better than that, man.
What are you on?
no.
They did.
How can you...
Barca snotted. Right, so this is where it loses me. The final, they got battered, but they rode the luck. The semi-final, Lionel Messi had the worst game of his career, missed a penalty, missed 2 open goals on another day, and 99 times out of 100, the player who scored 91 goals in a calendar year.
when
makes
Bayern
it
Munich
92.
winning the game, when they're winning at 85 minutes.
Yes, and then they scored a corner and missed a penalty in extra time.
Oh,
It's a
oh,
disgrace.
did he bottle the penalty? Did he put?
You know, Carlo was the manager for that.
He missed the penalty,
Carlo was the manager
Why?
for the whole
Was it-
disgrace.
Petr Cech saved it, no?
Drogba?
so he missed the penalty.
Petr Cech saved it though, no?
Yes, so he missed the penalty.
Listen, guys. We're playing
You're
games.
better than this.
At the end of the day,
You can't.
all
fluke a
3 of you are
Champions League.
gaslighting. Football is about winning.
What have I done?
Football is about winning. Every single summer, when I ask the expectations, everyone says win Champions League or win Premier League. Very simple. I'm wrong. I am wrong about Arne Slot if he wins the Champions League. And I will happily say this. And he has to stay next season. We cannot sack a Champions League and Premier League winning manager because the only ones who've done that is Ferguson, Pep, and Klopp. That's it. You can't sack someone who won a Prem and then a year later won a Champs and then go like, yeah, see you later. That's mad, bro. That's actually mad.
Can I ask Graham a question? Did Porto fluke the 03-04 Champions League?
No.
Who
Say
who
that
was the-
again, sorry.
I asked, did Porto get a fluke their way to the 03-04 Champions League? Because
No. They beat Man United, bro.
they
beat Man
won-
United. They
it
beat
was
Man
the most-
United. Yeah.
They beat. It was the most dominant performance in a final as well. They slapped Monaco.
So, yeah, Monaco.
The
Right,
most
okay, so we're not
dominating
talking about the
final
elite.
performance. Did you not see?
And
last
we just had the one last year as well, but it was Monaco.
I
Okay,
said one of the most.
Some respectfully,
most.
at the time, you weren't even born yet.
and you think me as a Mourinho fanboy hasn't went back and looked at all that run? Come on, get it.
Bro, That right there, that Porto team was nowhere near good enough to even be in that level of Champions League to begin with.
So
But
they fluked it.
They fluked it apparently.
No,
Yes.
I think they had unbelievable performances. Man United.
You can't fluke a Champions League.
By the way,
You have to
didn't they
be at a
beat
certain
Monaco in
level.
the
You
final
have to.
3-0 too?
They did.
Or am I wrong?
They did. In Champions League era, it was the most dominant before last season's.
Didn't that same Monaco side beat Real Madrid?
Yes.
They did. They beat Chelsea and Real Madrid on the way.
There you go. And they slapped Monaco
wait,
3-0.
Porto had to beat Manchester United, Lyon, and Deportivo La Coruña. The same Deportivo La Coruña that beat AC Milan, the holders.
The year before, if I'm not mistaken. Or was it that season?
AC Milan
this
the year
time.
before were the holders. AC Milan won the year before, and they
So-
did the greatest ever comeback before Barcelona in 2019.
You tell
Damn,
me.
that was before your
sit-
time too.
You
Stop
sit,
it.
You sit there and you tell me that the three managers have won a league and Champions League and the Premier League is Alex Ferguson, Klopp, and who was the other one? Pep
Guardiola.
Guardiola.
Third on the list, fourth on the list, Arne Slot.
All right. So
If
when Klopp won the Champions League, we finished second in the league and lost out by 1 point, and then won the league the following summer, right?
Yeah.
Then when Alex Ferguson won the Champions League, he won a treble, and then he did a double the second time he won it. And then when Pep Guardiola did it, he won the treble that season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. So
can you not say that Arne Slot wins the league in his first season?
no,
and the
exact
next
same.
season
No,
wins
no,
the
no,
Champions League?
no. Sorry, I'm just saying exact same scenarios, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, Jose.
Now you're looking at
Hang on a
scenarios.
minute. Jose
crazy.
Mourinho spent the amount of money that he did and never won a Champions League.
Yeah,
in
never
the Premier
did.
League.
He never won it with Chelsea. I mean,
Never won it with Chelsea.
How many?
He won it
how
with
many
Inter.
Premier Leagues- How many Premier Leagues?
Or
did Jose Mourinho
United.
win?
Never won
Won
with
Premier
United
Leagues,
either.
you won
He won
two.
3.
I'd rather have two. I'd rather
He won
have a
3.
UCL and a league.
But
than
why
two
was he sacked by
leagues.
Abramovich?
Abramovich is a madman. We're not going to do this. We're not going to compare.
No,
Because-
but no.
because-
What
because
was,
he had a-
what was
he had a
Abramovich's
fall-
reasons? He
Yeah,
had a
the
falling out, but one of the reasons was why. Another reason that Abramovich says because he never got us the Champions League.
But it was his. Hold on. You do realize he did the back-to-back in the league and then got sacked in his.
I'm
first-
not saying he's stupid. I'm not saying Abramovich was stupid to let him go at that time. But
What are we
one of the
doing
reasons
He
he
was stupid
said.
to let him go that time.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he wasn't stupid.
Right,
Is that
okay.
the right-
I thought he said, I'm not saying he was stupid. I'm going,
No,
he
no.
was stupid.
No, I'm not saying he wasn't stupid at letting him go at the time that it was because it was peak Jose and he ended up winning a Champions League with Inter. I'm saying one of the reasons that he let him go, not only because he had a falling out, is because of he didn't win the Champions League. He
They
got
had
to
a
2
falling
semi-finals against, in his eyes, an inferior team in Liverpool and lost. That's how he saw it.
Bro, they had a falling out.
Mm-hmm. Because Mourinho didn't like the way he was doing transfers. He bought Shevchenko for like 45 million and he didn't want Shevchenko. That's why he ended up with Steve Sidwell getting the number 9.
They had a falling out.
Steve
because
Sidwell.
Mourinho
Say they didn't have a falling out.
Do you not remember that? Sam Steve Sidwell sat there with the
Right,
Chelsea number 9
Mourinho's a
because
madman.
Mourinho
Didn't
was trying to
Sidwell
stick it
go
to
to like
Abramovich.
Fulham after, I swear. He went to Fulham, right?
Okay, then.
I
That's
swear
a good
Steve
question.
Sidwell played for Fulham. I'm 100%
He
sure.
did.
of
There's a
it.
question here for you, Cal. Did we fluke 2005?
We fluked the final, but not the run-up. No.
Oh my God. You're going to say we fluked 05?
Did you just hear the words that came out of my mouth? Tom, could you just reiterate what I said, please? What did I actually say?
I don't know if I want to. I feel like that's just attracting unnecessary attention.
We
you can-
fluked the final, but the running was no, we didn't fluke the running, but the final. Bloody yo, Dudek saved from Shevchenko.
Well, we
from one-
kind of fluked the group stages, didn't we?
No, we just were inconsistent. We didn't fluke it. But
A
the
last
final,
minute
we're gonna sit
Stevie
there-
winner.
We're
A
going to
last
sit there
minute
and say the
Stevie winner.
final's not a fluke. There's a reason it's called a flipping miracle in Istanbul. What are we doing here?
But that's not what I'm saying. The group stage, you
No,
could argue
you
we
guys have
fluked
tried to.
it.
You tried to ask me a question. I answered the question. You didn't like the answer. Did we or
It
did we
just
not?
seems not. It seems
Did we or
inconsistent.
did we not
seems
navigate through
inconsistent.
the
We
quarterfinals,
did not
the
fluke
second
the
legs,
final.
and
I'll
all
tell you
that
what
fun?
happened in the final.
Yes, the Juventus again,
I'll
Cal.
tell you what happened in the final. Let me tell you what happened. Let me educate you on what happened in the final. Let me educate you.
Why is with
Let
the
me tell you
hammer?
how we didn't fluke the final.
I'm older than you, and I watched the game.
The reason
live.
why we didn't fluke the final is because Steven Gerrard did something that Paul Scholes could only dream of.
Oh, here we go.
And speaking of Liverpool's future, Adam Wharton was asked, "Who are your top 3 midfielders?" He said Gerrard, Lampard, and Kevin De Bruyne.
I don't want Adam Wharton anymore.
He didn't. Never interrupt me when I'm shitting on Paul Scholes. Adam Wharton was asked, "Who's your top 3 Premier League midfielders?" He said Gerrard, Lampard, and KDB. He never mentioned Paul Scholes, as I told you all. Yeah, bring Adam Wharton to Anfield right now. Bring Adam Wharton to Anfield right now. The fact that he does not rate that fraud who sucks his daughter's toes.
That's crazy.
Can we stop this?
But you say it's crazy. Should I play the video?
No,
I'm saying
don't
it's
play.
crazy that he did what
I'll
he
play
did.
the video right now. Did I lie?
I really don't want to see
Did
that.
I lie?
No.
No, I've never said you lied. I'm just saying it's crazy that it happened. I don't.
Why
want
did
to
you
Yeah,
mention
he's
it in the
crazy,
first
not
place?
me.
Why did
Bring
you mention-
Wharton to Liverpool right
Why
now.
did you mention it in the
I
first
don't
place?
want Adam
What are you
Wharton.
doing?
I don't want Adam Wharton.
Let me
anymore.
ask you all a quick question and then we'll do supers and get out of here. Is McAllister from February till May the best midfielder in the world?
No.
February onwards, he turns the top, eh? Have you guys
The
noticed
thing is, I can't sit there and have double standards. I hated Luis Diaz when he did this, so I can't exactly sit there and go, I love McAllister doing that. No. Why the fuck is it only when you get to wear short sleeves you're good?
I'm telling you, man, it's the vitamin D, bro. It's the sun. The sun's
my
out.
God,
He gets
He
better.
wasn't even good yesterday, guys. What are we doing? You got a
He
winner.
wasn't.
He wasn't good at all yesterday.
He
He
wasn't.
was
because
poor
it's-
yesterday.
It's still cold, bro. You have to give it until March until we see it.
But why do you do this? Because you say that you hold players to different standards. Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
Right.
hold
You
McAllister
and
to
Callum.
the standard. I
You
hold
and
McAllister
Callum
to
both.
the
Hold on, wait, hold on.
I hold
Was
McAllister to
McAllister
the
good,
standard
though?
of one of the
Was
best
McAllister
midfielders
One
in the world.
second, 1 second. Why are you deflecting?
No, I'm
Okay,
asking you.
talk
No, because I just said McAllister wasn't
Can
good.
we talk about
yesterday.
Gravenberg being awful or?
He
No,
was
let's
also
talk
shit.
about, we
What
talk
I'm
about
saying-
No,
Hussam,
No,
we're
you're
not moving this
deflecting.
subject. We'll talk about
You're
McAllister. We'll talk about
deflecting.
McAllister.
You're deflecting. Go
Wait.
back and watch my match reaction and see what I said about Gravenberch as well.
You know what, Cal? McAllister was average. He was.
Yeah,
I'll
you
give him
bring up
five.
the wrong
I'll give
grade
him
for
five
them,
yesterday.
fine.
Poor yesterday.
Last
I'll
time
give
you
him
told
five
me you gave
yesterday.
Salah a 5 and someone in the comments was like, no, he lied. He gave him a 3. So I can't take your
Go back.
numbers.
Go what? Bring it up now, then, Hassan. Bring it up now. Go on.
Habibi, I'm bring it up now. What?
Yeah.
Now you will tell me I have to go pick up the
Either
kids.
way,
in
Cal,
time.
I'll give him a 5. It's
He
average.
wasn't a 5. Yes, he wasn't average. He had one moment in the game.
I'm
He-
gonna
Poor.
go to the match.
McAllister was not good yesterday.
He was
Mc-
poor yesterday.
McAllister was about
The
3.
level of disrespect. You know, I'll say something to you guys right now. If it's not for
Oh.
Alexis McAllister, see this Gravenberg guy. Let me not even say anything.
How about you doing it again?
Let me not even say anything.
You know McAllister can be poor and Gravenberch can still be poor as well, right?
He was.
You know that
average.
this
I
is
think he was
no,
average.
but this is exactly what you guys blame me for. You guys go like, why is it when we speak about Salah, you always mention Gakpo? Why is it when we speak about Gravenberg, you always mention McAllister?
No, you just did that. I don't mention any other players when we speak about a player.
Mhm.
I think, see, me, I'm very simple, man.
No,
You asked me, how did Salah play against Forest? I said he deserves 0 out of 10. Done.
You brought up McAllister and said, is McAllister the best midfielder in the world from February to May? And I
From
said, he didn't
February
play well.
only. But
And
of
I
course
said,
I'm
no, he didn't play well yesterday. And then you brought up Gravenberch. I had nothing to say
You
about
thought
that.
he didn't play well. Okay, I'm going to Kopish match reactions
I
now.
don't think he played well, but I
You're
don't
gonna-
think he was poor. I thought
You're
he
gonna
was
load
just
the club
average.
tables, man.
He was
He
meh.
was poor. He was poor.
Wait,
because
why did you
there wasn't
unshare it
many-
in
He
the match?
was meh.
Say again, sir.
You shared it and then unshared it again. Wait, where can I find the final rankings? Why can't you just save these in a new tab or something? So we
If
can.
I'm not mistaken, I think we gave Gravenberch a 1 or a 2, and I think we gave McAllister a 3 or a 4.
Here we go.
You didn't like the video.
It was
Mate,
here. I can't lie to you.
Mate,
But
I can't see that. That you need to full screen that. I can't see any of that.
we can't see it as
we
well.
can't see
One
that. We can't see the players as well.
second. Okay, so I see in good Van Dijk and Gomez. Is that Van Dijk? No, that's Soboslai.
Van Dijk, Szoboszlai, and Konate and Gomez.
No. Wait, Soboslai and Gomez are in 7.
Yeah.
Ali's at
Who's in
7.5.
the awful?
Gravenberch, Gakpo,
Graven-
Salah, Ekitike,
Yeah.
Oh,
Then it's-
Who's in the
then it-
4?
Curtis, McAllister, Chiesa, slots in average,
Wait,
Soboslai's in.
you thought that
Oh.
Jones and McAllister were poor, Callum?
yes. Did you
Jones was
not?
poor. Jones was poor.
Oh my goodness, Hassan, bro.
Sam,
Bro,
did you watch
I
the
might be
game?
watching. I don't know. am
Yeah,
I
on a
watching
real.
it?
Did you watch the game, bro?
No, I did watch the game. I was about to ask you, did you watch
I
the
was
game?
still saying, I still think Maka was meh. He was meh.
Did you watch the game?
So based on what you were saying about
1 second. Did Curtis Jones play well when he go right back?
no, it was crap all game.
He was not good all game, Sam, and this is coming
What
from the
was
Curtis Jones
doing
defender. Curtis Jones was not good.
Okay, guys, maybe I'm too nice. Maybe
No,
I
no.
need
Do you know
to-
what, Sam? You're getting soft in your old age, bro.
You know what? I wasn't even gonna call out anyone in the chat, but I'm going to. I'm in the mood to do it now.
Oh,
M16 the Beast. You know what's funny is that you came onto the Sanderson show and you were basically sucking up to me, asking me, "Oh, why did you say this to me?" And oh, are we good now? Are we good now? And I was like, "Oh, yeah, well, I said what I said. I meant what I said, and yeah, it is what it is. But I don't hold any hard feelings." And then you come back in here and start acting tough behind your keyboard. Is
Yeah.
this what you do? Are you just a loser in life doing this stuff? Do you just go from
Wow.
being a loser?
Cal, does he support you though? Does he support you?
Does the I get it.
Hold
The
on.
M in your name
Hold
stands
on.
for mug. The M in your name
this?
means mug. Do we have a mug in the chat? That's him. We have a mug in the chat. It's the
I was
M
like,
means
what
mug.
the hell?
It's Mug 16 the Beast. That's what his name is. The M
Do
is
you
for
want
mug.
me to ban? Do you want me to ban
Cow.
him?
No, don't ban him. Just keep him here. It's fun. The M is for mug.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, the M is for
Oh,
mug.
wait. Yeah, it's Mag 16, bro. Just get it right.
Yeah,
get
yeah.
it
The
right.
M is for mug.
Mag.
Anyway,
How?
I'm gonna grab these supers, then we're gonna get out of here because I know you guys have
Why
school
did you
on.
call me a mug, Callum? Are we cool now?
He just wants to be a friend, bro. What we doing?
I can't lie to you. You can't. But M16, I'll be honest with you, brother. You go. Your name can't be Beast, and then you go and you suck him off in the stream, and then you come here and you attack him. You cannot do this. You cannot. You have to choose. Do you want to? Do you want to,
Struggle, man.
do you want to kiss his ass, or do you want to be against him? Choose one or the other.
Struggle,
You know,
man.
that's
It's a
it.
struggle.
You know, I warned
You asked
Fonzie
me
yesterday.
if
Don't
I
like.
meant it when I called you a mug, and I said yes, I did at the time because you said something
Yeah.
stupid. So I said it,
Come on, man.
and you're doing it again.
Coppers gave Kirkhead a 9 yesterday.
You gave
Kirk
Kirk is a
is-
9.
Kirkes was excellent yesterday.
A 9 though.
Kirkes was excellent yesterday. Go on, tell me he wasn't.
He was
I think it was
good.
very good, but excellent. I would say it was excellent, bro. That's a bit high.
I wouldn't say he was just below Canate and Van Dijk personally.
Yeah, I think
Konate
Konate and Van Dijk
and Van
was-
Dijk are their own level, and then everybody else is like
You had
Kirk
you
is
had
probably like a-
McAllister's average.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm not listening to
I'd
what you
give
say.
McAllister. I'd give
was
McAllister
meh.
a
That's
6
it.
in that game. I give McAllister a 6. I give Gravenberg
A 6
Okay,
for what?
That's 6.
A
Not
6
a
for
6.
what? Because he's one of your favorites.
No. Salah is my favorite. I give him a 0.
So name me 3 good things McAllister did yesterday.
Intense.
Intense.
Second half. Very intense. Second half. Very intense. In the second half.
McAllister and intense in the same
You know,
sentence.
there's one thing I just want to check because I know, you know, this guy did this to me last time when I was talking about Virgil van Dijk, and he was like, "Did he not win his aerial duels?" And it turns out he didn't win his aerial duels. So let me check. Yeah, I'm not like Callum. I'm not wrong and strong.
Intense.
If I'm wrong, I will admit it. Yeah, 1 second.
Can you name me the other 2 things he did well, please?
Okay, no problem. Let me check this. Yeah, I'm gonna read McAllister's
No,
stats.
without the stats. Tell me the other 2 things he did well.
Habibi, I hate when people do this because you're asking me to mention moments in a whole game that was dead anyway. The only moment of the whole game was the goal. The whole game had one moment. What moment you want me to mention?
Can
Let
you
me
name
do it.
3
Let me
good
look.
things Ibra
1
did
second. 1 second. I knew I was okay. 1 second. Now here is this. I knew it. I knew I wasn't waffling when I said intense, bro. I hate when you guys gaslight me.
There we go. Go on, what's the stat you're going to...
McAllister was involved in 12 defensive contributions. He had 10 ground duels contested.
How many did he win?
Gravenberg.
How many ground duels did he win? at the time?
Gravenberg was involved in 4 ground duels.
How many ground duels did McAllister win?
6 out of 10.
Okay, whoop-de-doo.
What do you mean whoop-de-doo? That's good for someone who's not a DM.
Curtis Jones was also involved in 10.
By the way,
ground
I
duels.
hope once and for all the people that want us to sign Elliot Anderson yesterday found out the truth that I've been warning you about all season. I said I said Elliot
Oh,
Anderson is not that guy.
no.
Oh, wait. Who had a better game, Elliot Anderson or McAllister yesterday?
Relax. I said
Anderson.
Elliot Anderson is not that guy. I don't think Elliot Anderson makes us better. That's it.
Who had a better game out of the two yesterday?
Who had a better game yesterday? They were both.
Who says Elliot Anderson is that guy?
They were
What we
both.
doing?
I want
above
Elliot
average.
Anderson.
But no,
So,
no,
so
no,
you
but
guys, okay. So okay, just to establish, which one here wants Elliot Anderson?
For other
So why
players
did
to
Callum have that reaction if you don't even want the guy?
Because you're sitting there talking about Elliot Anderson when he had a way better game than McAllister, but you're propping McAllister.
I'm not
with.
comparing.
Elliot
him
Anderson
to
was very
McAllister.
good.
I'm saying yesterday,
Can-
once
can-
and
can
for
I-
all.
Can I just say? Can I just say?
Who was okay? 1 second. Who was the best midfielder on the pitch?
Elliot
Yesterday.
Anderson?
Yeah,
Either Elliot Anderson or Sangare yesterday.
Sangare was
there's
very
not
good as
either.
well,
Which
actually.
one? Choose one.
Sangare should have yellow,
I'd
though.
go Anderson, but I think you can make the argument for
I'll
Sangare.
probably go
Anderson.
Sangare.
Anderson. for
Okay,
me.
so I would say Sangare as well. So Elliot Anderson wasn't even the best midfielder in the whole pitch.
But it's
The
touch
point
and
of me
go.
bringing up that point is not comparing Anderson to McAllister.
McAllister
The
was
point
the
of me,
second worst.
the
McAllister
point
was
of
the
me
second
bringing
worst
up
on the
that
pitch yesterday.
point, the point of me bringing
Second
up that point
worst. Okay,
is
now you're
Elliot
going far.
Anderson does not make Liverpool better.
So,
I
alright,
think-
hold on, man.
I think Elliot Anderson's ceiling is Jordan Henderson. His ceiling.
Did
His
Elliot
ceiling
Anderson- Still very
is
good.
a
Ram, hold on,
really
wait,
player.
Ram, did McAllister have a better game than Sangare? Yes or no?
I thought you talk about
No,
Liverpool,
no, he
bro.
didn't.
I thought you talk about Liverpool.
I said the second.
No,
worst
no, no.
midfielder.
Sangare was the best midfielder.
Sangare and Anderson were the
Bro,
two
so
of the
we
best.
made Sangare look like prime, like I don't know who yesterday. Gerrard.
Fabinho.
Sangare was better. Anderson was better. Was Morgan Gibbs White better than?
No, Gibbs White was horrible yesterday. Stop it right now. Stop it. You cannot do Gibbs White prop on yesterday's
Can-
game.
can-
He
can-
wasn't. He
can-
wasn't.
can- can
He
I
wasn't great,
ask
but he
you
was
something?
all right.
He was
Watch
better.
this. Let's see if Callum Sanderson can be honest. Who was the worst midfielder on the whole pitch?
Gravenberch. You saw the player ratings, bro.
No,
Yeah,
but Sam, I don't know what that means.
It was
Would you
Gravenberch.
still grab, guys? Can you not get involved in this,
Oh
please?
my
This is
God.
beef. Would you sell Ryan Gravenberch in the summer, Callum?
No,
Why wouldn't you sell him?
I wouldn't be a starter for me.
Oh, would you sell McAllister in the summer?
Yeah,
Oh, why is it yes for McAllister, no for Gravenberch?
because
He's old.
McAllister's older and his legs seem to be going, and he's been overplayed by club and country in the last few years. I've said this on numerous
Oh,
occasions.
so he's been overplayed. So you think so you want
not-
Slot gone? You want
Yeah.
Slot gone? If Enrique comes in, who's
Yeah.
he keeping?
I don't know.
You keep both.
Callum, you're too intelligent to say
You
don't
act
know.
like
You know.
McAllister's some press-resistant monster on the ball. He's not.
He's not. He's
I
He
never
not.
said
really
that.
isn't.
His best.
never
His,
said that.
his best attribute is
I
an eye
think-
through a needle through ball.
I
His
think the
best
difference
attribute is
between
crashing the box.
no, I think
No,
the difference
I
between
wouldn't say that,
no,
Al.
now you're
No,
exaggerating.
that's not. That's not
I
correct.
just
between
want to ask a
McAllister-
question.
The difference
want to ask
between
a question, I'll go.
McAllister and Gravenberch's passing is the same difference between Salah and Saka's level.
Hold on, wait a minute. never said McAllister
I
was
just need to
better
ask
than
Sam one question about Anderson,
McAllister
please.
is astronomically better passer.
I just need to ask Sam one question about the game yesterday, and then I'll mute and you can carry on your stupid beef. So
Yes.
we said the thing that McAllister did well yesterday was his intensity and his duels.
Yes, second half.
You- Elliot Anderson won the most duels in the entire game.
Yeah, that's great.
He's,
That's great.
So
but
his intensity
yesterday-
what does
is
that
even better.
mean? We've all said Elliot
Tom.
Anderson was very good yesterday. What are we doing?
There is an issue with you guys. You are
No,
changing
but-
my
no,
words.
No, but no. Hussam, maybe not.
I'm
Maybe
saying, does yesterday's game not prove my point overall that Elliot Anderson doesn't make Liverpool better?
No.
He did it in a Forest team against the Liverpool team. Who's
No,
to say
I'm
Liverpool are a
saying
better
I'm
player
saying
that
the
was gonna
guy's
be better?
ceiling is
Sam.
Jordan Henderson, bro.
I'm
I
You
want
make,
someone
out,
way better.
you make out like that's a bad ceiling. by the
Hussam,
way.
I'm
It is a
going to
bad
stop
thing.
protecting
It is
you
bad.
now.
How is that a bad
Modern
ceiling?
football is a bad thing. Modern football is a bad thing. Stop.
How is it a bad thing to have a ceiling?
Because
as a Premier League
we
player
need
of the year?
someone who's more of a specialist. I think Liverpool
You
need
can't
one
have
of-
a midfield full of specialists. It doesn't work.
No, but we don't have actually full of specialists. I think we need one or two things. One, listen, there's two solutions to the problem, Tom. Okay, number one, either get an ultra incredible press resistant passer, aka Adam Wharton. Solution number two, get a tackler. Get Caicedo. Someone like that, you know, who is not that good of a footballer but an elite tackler.
Let's say we got Caicedo then tomorrow. Who's your starting midfield three?
Gravenberch going bench directly.
Okay,
All right,
yeah.
cool.
What's
Who's
the
your
Imagine we
starting
had
midfield, mate?
Caicedo and Gravenberg in the same midfield. Oh my god.
Who's your
The ball
starting
would
midfield?
never reach the front line.
Who's your starting
fair.
midfield?
Caicedo, Szoboszlai, and Wirtz.
Okay.
Who's my midfield three?
Yeah.
Caicedo, McAllister, and Wirtz. There you go.
Yeah. That's how
Stop
you're
it,
smiling.
Thomas, like-
You're wrong.
I know you have an agenda against Szoboszlai, bro. I know this.
No,
but-
he's
but
got
that's
McAllister
because-
agenda.
that's because we have no right backs fit, guys. That's it.
No, you know what you're
I
doing.
protect Frimpong and Frimpong.
Oh,
and
you're
Bradley
saying if everyone is fit?
yeah.
Well, yes, because we can't buy Caicedo on the 23rd of
Okay.
February, can we?
If everyone's fit, you'll go Caicedo, Szoboszlai, and Wirtz.
There we go.
So your boy would be on the bench as well then. Cool.
And
What else you
yeah,
got? Should we get through the
no,
rest
but
of the Super?
I would sell Gravenberg. I'd sell
Cool,
Gravenberg.
that's up to you.
Szoboszlai has not been our best midfielder though. Szoboszlai has been our best player. It's even more than just midfielder. He's been the best player in the whole team. So you have to give him that respect. But McAllister is much better than Gravenberg though. I've been proven right overall,
You
and
have
all the
been proven-
Gravenberg people
You haven't
enjoy.
been
You get
proven right.
I cannot wait.
Sam, you cannot
cannot
come here
wait
and
for
say that a
Salah
player
to
who
leave this
plays
team.
well.
I
You
cannot
cannot
wait for
come
Salah
here.
to leave this
No.
team, because when Salah leaves the team, all the players that you guys rate, uncomfortable conversations, and when you guys are ready to have those uncomfortable conversations, we'll speak. Because when I said Gravenberg is a dreadful passer, when I said that Gravenberg was a dreadful passer on Kopish, I had all of you guys lean back. Oh my god!
Yeah, because
how can you
he's
say
not a dreadful passer. He's an average passer of the ball. He's not a dreadful passer.
For a midfielder, he's dreadful.
He's not dreadful.
Which
All right, let
For a
me
midfielder, I dare you deny that.
Yeah,
statement.
he ain't got a range of passing, but he's still...
Okay, well, all right. So check this then. McAllister's athleticism is dreadful,
Shake your hand right now. So who has a problem with that?
but he's not dreadful, is it, Hassam? This is what I'm
It
saying.
is. His athleticism is dreadful.
You're
Oh.
doing the hyperboles, bro. What we doing?
I'm
Yeah,
not doing hyperboles at all. McAllister's athleticism is the only reason why you guys don't rate him, by the way.
What? So he's got
Okay.
So have McAllister's got brilliant passing.
Yes. That's McAllister's biggest strength is his passing. What are we doing
he
here?
can't. He doesn't have a range of passing
Yeah,
like
Callum,
that, bro.
I'm going to ask you a
Listen,
straight up question right now. If I gave McAllister 60% more athleticism, do you think anyone in the fan base has a problem with him? Be honest.
If I made Ryan Gravenberch be able to pass like Tony Cruz, does anyone have a problem with him?
No. I can answer the question too. But you want to know the difference?
That's a good comeback. That's a good
Okay,
comeback.
no problem. You want to know the
neither of
difference?
those neither of them have those attributes. So what's the point? Of
One's a
even saying it?
football attribute, the other is a athletic attribute. It's a physical.
So one is an
Hold on,
attribute
hold
that can be
on, hold on.
worked on, and one is one that just will never change.
That makes it worse for Gravenberg because he hasn't worked on it.
What do you
who's
mean?
more press resistant?
His
Who's more press
passing has
resistant?
gotten worse, if anything.
Who's more press resistant, Gravenberch or McAllister?
McAllister.
I'm like, oh my god.
McAllister plays out of the press with his passing, which Gravenberg cannot do.
Gravenberch turns out of the press.
Yeah, he dribbles his way out of the press. McAllister passes his way out of the press like an intelligent
I
footballer
don't think
does.
he passes at the same level.
Anyway, all this, I know, you guys, you just want to do like, everyone in the chat as well. That's why they're getting angry. All you have to do is just Salah all the time.
No, it's not.
Gakpo,
We didn't even mention Salah.
How
We
Hey,
didn't
is he
mention
getting
him.
Salah,
mentioned?
Gakpo,
How
all
is he
the
getting
stuff is great.
mentioned in a
But-
DM debate?
When a new manager comes in and Mo goes, or even with Slot and Mo goes, and we have to have the Gravenberg conversation next season, be ready. That's all I'm saying.
Why does Salah?
He's
affect
gonna
the Gravenberch
stay at
conversation?
Liverpool. Gravenberg is not leaving Liverpool this summer.
And
Next season, when we can't break the press and we can't have line-breaking passes again, I want to see who you want to blame. That's it.
Why does Salah affect that? Have
He
we
doesn't.
not had those conversations this year?
we're talking about
He doesn't.
midfield. Why you mentioning Salah, bro? What
He
we doing?
doesn't. I'm speaking about the people in the chat. That's why I said the people in the chat. Everyone just wants to scapegoat Mo
No,
for
we're
everything.
talking,
Great.
talk to us. Talk
Next
to us.
season, when we can't play out from the press, or we can't play out from the back, or we can't build up play, let's talk about Gravenberg next year when we're having the same conversations again.
But we've had
By the way, if
McAllister-
Luis Enrique
we've had
comes in
McAllister
to
this
answer
year.
the question that I asked Callum, if Enrique comes in, the first midfielder leaving the club is Gravenberg immediately.
We have,
The day
I don't
we
after.
know
have,
about
we have
that,
had,
though,
we have
bro.
had
I don't
McAllister
think
this
he
year.
does.
We have had McAllister this year and struggled to play out the press. So what changes next year if we keep the same midfielders there? Why
I
does
never
he
said
now?
keep the same midfield. Why are you changing?
Because
What? Hold on.
Who are you
Sorry,
putting
Tom.
alongside them?
Hold
Who
on,
you
hold on,
putting
wait,
alongside
I just said Wharton, Szoboszlai, and Wirtz.
Sorry, let me ask you a
them? So then it's
question.
whether about McAllister, isn't it?
Sorry, Hassam. Out of 10, what would you rate McAllister's passing out of 10?
out of 10, I'd rate it 8.5.
Okay, cool. So we're not gonna. That lets me know we're never gonna agree. So there's no point having a debate.
Who has a better range of passing, Szoboszlai or McAllister, Hassan?
Oh, Szoboszlai.
Range is probably Szoboszlai.
So what would you give Szoboszlai's pass out of 10?
Szoboszlai in the final third, I think sometimes does like a bit of decision making, but he's a better crosser and he's better long range. But if as an example, if I need someone to play a through ball, I'd rather McAllister play the through ball than Szoboszlai as an example.
So what's
Okay,
it
but
rate?
if I need someone to play a long ball, I'd rather it be Szoboszlai. What rating are you giving Szoboszlai?
I would give Szoboszlai a 7 out of 10.
Cool.
Passing.
So McAllister's a 1.5 rating better than Szoboszlai.
Yeah, but passer, yeah, I think he's a
even though
best passer.
Szoboszlai's the better crosser and he's the better long range passer as well.
What do you give Curtis Jones' passing out of 10?
8.
What? Better than Sobos?
Yeah, Curtis Jones is a better passer than Szoboszlai.
Worse than McAllister?
Why don't you ask me how much I give Gravenberg passing out of 10?
No, because we know you're going to say
give us 5 or
Gravenberch is
6,
low.
bro.
I'm
I
trying
know
to figure out
this,
the
No,
benchmark.
we know. So
I'm
ain't
trying
ready
to
for
figure
this.
out, Hassam, the benchmark.
No,
of what
so
you
now
think
let's
an
flip
elite
it.
midfielder
Mr.
is.
Sanderson, you give me their ranking out of 10. Go on.
Which one do you want first?
All 3 that you asked me. Go on.
All 4, include Gravenberch as well.
Gravenberch,
No,
5 out of 10
Don't
average.
include Gravenberg.
No,
We'll do
Gravenberch,
other
5 out
stuff.
of 10. Gravenberch, 5 out of 10. Jones, I'd go 7. Szoboszlai, 7.5. McAllister, I'd go 7 as well.
So you wait.
Why
So
you
you think our best passer is Szoboszlai?
Yes, because he's got the better range and he's got a better cross.
You do realize he also played a couple of really
We
good through
completely
balls into
forgot
the final
last
third.
season. Apparently,
Yesterday as well.
Forgot last season. Apparently, that's
What
crazy.
what rating would you?
If
what
we were
rating
doing
would you
this
give
team
Trent?
last year, no one would have referred to Szoboszlai as our best passer.
What-
No one.
McAllister
what
is a brilliant
rating
box
would
crashing
you give him,
midfielder.
Trent?
He's not a brilliant passer. He's
I
not a
think he's
brilliant,
a brilliant
passer.
passer.
He's not a
Hassam,
very good
Hassam, what rating
think
would
he's
you have
very
given
good.
Trent for his passing when he was here?
10. Trent's
A 10.
passing is the
'Cause
Trent's
I'm
passing
trying to
is the
figure out-
eye test.
I'm just trying to figure out which players you have in the same level of passing as McAllister.
No,
So, like,
Trent, with all due respect, is the eye test for passing. If you want to
What
teach
a-
someone how to pass, you make him watch.
Vitinha-
What about
Vitinha-
Salah, Hassan?
What rating do you give Vitinha's passing?
Vitinha. I'll probably say 9.
Okay,
I
so
think
you
Trent
think
is much
McAllister's
better passer.
slightly worse than Vitinha at passing the football.
What about Pedri?
Yes,
Pedri.
even last season I said if there was a Liverpool midfielder who starts for PSG, it would be McAllister. I said
What-
it even last year.
What about Pedri, Hassan?
Pedri is probably a 10 as well.
Okay.
Pedri is a 10 as
Frankie?
well. Bro, like the ones who are 10s for me is like, you're talking about the ones who are like the eye test for passing, you know? 10 out of 10 passing, Gerrard, Pirlo, like historically, you know? Like,
What about Rodri?
Lampard is not a 10 out of 10 passer. He's not. Gerrard is
Yeah,
10 out of 10.
I agree. What about Rodri?
Like eye test, you know?
Rodri.
Rodri, 9.5. I
Do you
think the
think-
only thing lacking from Rodri's game is the long passing. That's it.
Do you think McAllister is a better passer with the ball than Lampard?
No.
Okay.
Oh, McAllister in
No,
shorts.
no, Hassan, don't.
McAllister in short. I think Lampard is the second best Premier League midfielder of all time for me.
That's forget about the semantics. Is McAllister and Lampard the same level of
No.
passes? Who's
Short
better?
passes. I think McAllister's short passes. He probably as good maybe.
Bro, do you remember the through balls to Drogba, bro? Come
Yeah.
on,
Can we finish this stream, please, bro?
To
Hassan,
be fair,
no.
to be fair, Lampard. I don't know. You know something? Lampard's passing, like, is different in an era where like all of them played 8s. So it was kind of different.
That's fine. That's fine. Hassam, which Premier League players? This is the last question I'll ask us. I don't want to put myself through this anymore. Which Premier League midfielders do you think are better or at the same level of passing as McAllister? So you've said Rodri
The
already.
funny part is you said that, Tom, when Callum's ranking, he ranks Gravenberch a 5 out of 10. And then
I've
he
ranked
ranks
Gravenberch a
Sobo
5 out of
7.5 and Max 7. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
his
that's
argument
a bit wild.
isn't even
Kyle.
that crazy to mine.
That's a bit
You've
wild.
got McAllister's 1.
So according to Callum Sanderson, McAllister's our second best passer and Szoboszlai is our first.
He's our
According
joint
to me,
second best with
Szoboszlai is our
Curtis
second
Jones.
and McAllister's our first.
He's our
Who-
joint
who
second
they?
best with Curtis Jones. Joint second best with Curtis Jones. And Szoboszlai is 0.5 ahead. We do not have anyone in our midfield who's an 8 out of 10 for passing. No one. We don't. Hence why we
McAllister
struggle
is
in the
nothing.
midfield.
Okay, so Tom asked in the Premier League, good passers, like better passers than McAllister.
Better or the same level. Better or the same level.
Better or same level? Wharton,
Mhm.
What about Enzo?
Rodri, Enzo Fernandez,
Okay.
Zubimendi.
Zubimendi. Yep, Zubimendi.
Mhm.
This is all better players, right?
I'm struggling to think
Better
of,
passes. Better passes.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
I'm struggling to think of players like maybe in the lower league that I've forgotten about.
Tielemans? Would you say Tielemans for Aston Villa?
Absolutely.
Tielemans
Absolutely.
is so finished.
That's not the
Is he a
question,
better
though.
passer?
Sam. Is he a better passer?
No, I would edge McAllister's passing ahead of Tielemans. I'll be honest.
Sandro Tonali?
No.
I think Tonali is so overrated. Don't get me started.
Odegaard?
I wouldn't take Tonali at Liverpool. I would not.
Okay. Odegaard?
That's a different question.
Odegaard, no. Odegaard this season was messed up so many things.
Yep. Okay.
Declan Rice?
Xhaka?
No, Rice, no. Oh, Shaka is interesting. Yes, I would put Shaka on. Shaka, yes. I think his
Okay.
passing is levels.
Wirtz?
No. Also, why are we bringing up 10s though?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
midfielders? Okay.
Wirtz will never be asked
Alex
to play
Telles-
at diagonal.
Sorry,
Tom,
Alex
please,
Telles-
Tom, do 8s, please.
Yeah,
Alex
Tom, do
Telles-
8s. You know you're being
Sorry,
disingenuous.
fucking hell. I just pulled up midfielders. Sorry. I
Bring up
apologize.
Wirtz. Like Wirtz is expected to do a
Tom,
diagonal.
you're better than this, Tom. You're better than this.
Fuck me. Sorry, I've committed the cardinal sin by looking up midfielders rather than 8.
What about
me.
Kobe? What about Kobe Mainu?
Kobe Mainu is on that level passing wise. He's a very good passer.
Bruno Guimaraes?
No! Passing? Hell no! Are you mad? Are you gonna look at me straight in the face and say Bruno Guimaraes is a better passer than Alexis McAllister?
I think the same level.
Passer. Forget athleticism.
I think
and
the
all
same
this.
level.
Better
I think the
passer.
same level.
Who's a better passer out of McAllister and Bernardo?
Oh, Bernardo Silva, of course. That guy. That little rat. I can't stand him, but he's the eye
Yeah,
test.
the
He's
rat's
one of
better. The rat's
The
better.
rat. Yeah, he's probably like 9 out of 10 passing. Because Bernardo's good in the short range, he's good in the long range, he's good in the diagonal, he's good in the picking up the players in the pockets and everything. You get me?
What about?
So yeah.
What about not this Douglas Luiz, but Douglas Luiz before he moved to Juventus?
This all Vel is good at. Check your WhatsApp. How about you hold this time out? Replacing generational players like Salah, Van Dijk isn't as realistic in a single season. Players with
Why have you
generational
signed
talent.
out, Bill?
Yeah, why did you time him out?
Because I pay this guy, and all he does in every stream is try to disprove my arguments.
Okay, but just can't check the WhatsApp, please.
You like Darwin
Not
Nunes,
taking it.
so shut the hell up, Vel. Anyway, I'm not saying that we should sign generational talent players. Now you're gaslighting. All I'm simply saying, oh, he messaged me too. He said, ask Cal to rank our midfielders this season. Go and rank them one from best to worst.
From best to our midfielders this season.
Yeah.
So Bosley, Jones. Are we just talk about pivot players? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. The Bosley, Jones, Grav, and Mac.
You think McAllister is worse than Gravenberch this year?
Yes, Hassan. I do.
Yes.
Yes.
The start of the season, Gravenberch was
Hold on. Sam, you can't come here and say
can't
that
believe what I'm hearing
McAllister. You can't come here and your argument around McAllister. This whole section started because you said McAllister's good from February to May, and then sit there and say, "Oh, but he's been better than these guys." all season."
Yeah,
when
that's
you
not-
say
that's
when you
mad.
yourself said he hasn't turned up till February.
Hassan, that's mad, bro. Like
You are shameless on a whole. I never knew you were this shameless. Hassan.
I'm not shameless at all. I'm sorry. I just want midfielders who can pass the football.
I want
How
midfielders-
dare
No,
you
but
say
that's not the question. No,
that
no, but
I want
Hassan, that's
midfielders-
not
I
the
want
question.
midfielders who are
That's not the
pressuring
question,
people.
though, Hassan.
You just said a midfielder. You just said a midfielder that has 5 out of 10 passing is having a
want
better season.
yeah. because
Your
I
own
want-
words. You gave Gravenberch a 5.
So hold
Do you
on.
accept having a midfielder next season who has 5 out of 10 passing?
Do you accept having a midfielder who's got 3 out of 10 for athleticism?
Can you answer my question first? Then
Can
I
you answer
yours?
mine as well then?
Okay, can you answer my question?
I don't want a midfielder who's got 5 out of 10, but I realize he's got other skill sets. Do you want a midfielder with
I don't want a
3 out of 10 for
midfielder that's 3 out
athleticism?
of 10, but he's got other skill sets. We both
So
played
do you want a
this game.
midfielder with 3 out of 10?
Okay,
for athleticism?
simple as I'd rather a McAllister over Gravenberch. Done.
No, you haven't answered my question though.
I have because you
No,
are
you
the one
didn't.
deflecting because
No.
you said that he has skill sets. Guess
Do
what?
you-
McAllister
do you
got
want a
skill
midfield-
sets too.
Do you want a midfielder who's got 3 out of 10 for athleticism?
Do you want a midfielder that? Okay, it's way worse it's way worse to have
Can you
5
ask my
out of 10
question?
passing than 3 out of 10 athleticism.
No,
I'm
no,
answering,
no,
but you are
no,
not accepting. You're not accepting my answer because it doesn't go to your agenda.
No,
because it's
you
very
no,
popular
you haven't.
to
You
come
haven't
here
answered
and
my
go like,
question. You just said.
McAllister is
You
crap,
just said
tell
I'd rather
McAllister.
keep. You just said I'd rather keep Gravenberch. So I'd rather keep McAllister over Gravenberch. I asked you a simple question: would you want a midfielder in your team with 3 out of 10 for athleticism? No, you wouldn't. Hence why you've started and not said anything.
Ideally, no. But guess what?
Okay.
Vitinha is not athletic.
He's more
Against the
athletic than
Vitinha
McAllister.
is athletic.
He's more athletic than McAllister. I'll ask
That
you.
is a complete. We watched him at Wolves. Before he was even older. You
Let
know
me a-
Vitinha ain't athletic.
Let me ask you a question. You don't want a midfielder who's got 3 out of 10 for athleticism. But why do you want to keep McAllister? Why? Because he's got what? Other skills in his skill set, right?
Particular set of skills. Yes.
You're
Oh,
playing so much mind games.
I'm not playing mind
What
games.
is
I'm
the
I'm
most?
using the
Okay,
exact same argument
now
you're
you
using.
will prove once for all if you're going to be honest or you have favoritism because you said Liverpool FC not player FC.
Favoritism.
What is the
Gravenberch, one of my
most
favorites.
important trait in a midfielder? Say the truth.
What's in my opinion?
Yes. In a midfielder,
Ooh.
most important trait. Be honest. There is actually a correct answer to this, and you know it, Callum.
It's either being. Do you know what there is? Shall I be real with you?
Depends on
It's
the
three
role.
things. No, it's 3 things. It's passing, being press resistant, and reading of the game. Those are the 3 most
Okay.
important things for a
Okay,
midfielder.
fair. That's a fair answer. I think for me, we have to quit football the moment passing is like something that we just push to the side.
Never pushed.
Gravenberch is more athletic than McAllister. He's
Gravenberch reads the
quicker
game
than
better. He reads the game better than McAllister.
That's his best attribute. Reading
No.
the game.
I think the thing that
Come on,
stops
Hassan, bro. He
the
reads the
thing
game
that
better than
lets McAllister down, Callum, is his athleticism, not his reading of the game. McAllister is a very intelligent footballer. The way that he plays football, you can tell he's intelligent. He is way more likely to put a tackle in. He is someone who's a better passer. He's a better crosser. He's better set pieces. He's better crashing the box. He's a more goal threat. I think the only thing that Gravenberch does better than McAllister is tackling and athleticism, basically. That's it.
And
Now, if I'm
beating the
being
Oh,
honest,
this is what I'm saying. You sit here and talk about people putting McAllister down. You put Gravenberch down because you ain't even.
I don't. I'm saying the truth about the guy.
So he's not good at beating a press with his body feints and dribbling, no? We didn't mention
Who
that.
gives a fuck about a DM dribbling?
Oh, this is what I mean,
Who
bro.
cares about a DM dribbling?
This is what I mean.
How have we abused the sport of football this much?
This is what I mean.
A DM does-
cannot dribble for shit.
And who cares about having a number 8?
Hold on, whoa, 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 whoa,
What are we
whoa.
doing here?
Let's get press resistance. What's his body feint and
That
how well
was
he can
his
move on
bag.
the
That
pitch.
was
what
his
are we
game,
doing
bro.
here?
What we doing, man?
Great, guys.
Can't
Gravenberch
believe
will
what we're
do
doing
this
here.
And then get past the player, and then he'll pass it to the Forest player because of 5 out of 10 passing. Great.
How
But
many
that's
times
not
have
At
what
the
we
he
end of the
does.
day,
That's
All
not
right,
what he
Szoboszlai-
does.
Szoboszlai is better than them both. But I'm telling you right now, if the best manager on the planet, Luis Enrique, became Liverpool manager, the first person he's getting rid of in that midfield is Gravenberch, because Gravenberch is similar to Ugarte. Big up to you, perfect.
No, he's not though.
He could
Yeah,
cure
you know
the
what?
common
Calm.
cold.
Good stream, you lot.
Tom, can I just finish
yeah,
these?
in a
Don't be
bit, you lot,
disrespectful
in a
to
bit.
the audience. Don't be disrespectful to the audience. He could cure the common cold, still get rid, is what Gregory is saying.
Calm, man.
Here's $2 too, so Tom can get batteries for his alarm. By the way, it's 100% Tom. Because Ty is asking whose smoke alarm is chirping. Please, Cal, not you. It's not Callum. I promise you, it's not Callum. Poor Callum thought it was him with the whole heater thing, but it's not him. It's really not him. It's actually Tom. I'll buy the potato sack and put slot in myself. This was during the whole would you sack slot conversation. Tom, can you just come back to camera now? Stop being. You wanted to clap out.
Yeah, man.
Nothing I said in this whole stream is as embarrassing as you wanting Klopp sacked. So how about you come back on camera, mate?
Oh, hey, don't forget Cal. Cal was slightly on that train out as well.
So yesterday in the game,
Oh, he's still talking about
yeah,
it.
no, we've got to do this because it's getting ridiculous at this point.
I thought we
Um,
already ended this. What are we doing?
Gravenberch had 20. He made 30 passes and 26 out of those were successful. 87% pass completion. McAllister had a 77 pass completion yesterday.
Okay, I will accept that right now. because that's what that pussy Vel told you to share. Now,
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Okay.
I'm not. No,
You're
I'm not even sharing. You
why
don't
you
want me to
cussing
share what
Bell?
Bell sent me. You don't want that.
okay, 1 second.
I did
Now-
that for you. If you want me
Okay,
to,
now
if you
let's
want me
look.
to share-
Okay, no problem. I accept that, and I will share the stat myself. Here you go. Gravenberg, 27 out of 31. McAllister, 27 out of 36. Great. Can we look at the heat maps now so we can replay, like see where the passes are made?
But you said one's a DM and one's a box.
Can we be fair? Can we be fair? Look at Gravenberg's heat map. Remember this heat map, yeah?
Yeah.
Very clear. As you can see, very defensive positions, and it's very easy to get 27 out of 31 accurate passes when you're passing 2 yards. Now look at McAllister's heat map. You see the difference? See how much
Sorry,
more
yeah,
offensive
One's
he
a
is?
box to box and the other one's a defensive.
Okay, so
Sorry,
guess
sorry,
what?
sorry, I'm
Okay,
back.
let's be honest.
Can you switch to them? Switch to them again, please.
Can you be quiet when I'm explaining?
No.
Switch
again.
to them.
So let me explain my point. So you see when McAllister gets the balls in these areas right here. Do
What
you
did
see
he
where
do
my
with
mouse is moving?
What did he do with the ball yesterday? In
Do you
those
see my
areas?
mouse on the channel or no?
No. Yeah, I see it. What did he do with the ball?
Okay,
In
so
those
in
areas?
these areas when he has the ball,
What did he do yesterday?
can I speak, please?
Yeah, I'm waiting for
When
you.
he
to tell
gets
me
the
what
ball
you
in these areas, the guy is getting pressed by Elliot Anderson, by Gibbs White, by Sangare, by whoever it is. When Gravenberg is getting the ball in these areas, for the most part, no one's pressing him. These are look how far back we're going here, Callum, for the heat maps. Look how far back we're going. So much of these heat maps are central and defensive areas where Gravenberg has to make a 2-yard pass.
Yes,
Meanwhile,
because
you
the
look at
defensive
McAllister,
midfielder has to pick up the
it's
ball.
so
from the
much more
defense.
forward, bro.
Oh my goodness, Sam, are we doing this for real?
Yes, because where the players is making the passes makes a difference.
One is a
If you're
DM and
making a
one's
4-yard
made to be a
pass
box to box
To
yesterday.
the center back, that's not you being a good passer.
How does a heat map? How does a heat map show someone's played a better game than someone else?
You're gaslighting to a level never seen before from Callum Sanderson.
Once again, I'll ask the question.
I'm
Has
talking
anyone
about
ever used the heat map?
You
Has
said
anyone ever
Gravenberg
used
is
the heat map?
27 out of 31 and McAllister has 27 out of 36.
No, but you're saying
I showed you. I showed you the areas where they played the passes.
an
That's it.
8.5 out of 10 passer doesn't lose the ball that amount. Doesn't have 77%. Doesn't.
Callum.
8 out of
is
10
it
doesn't.
easier to make passes in your own
An
penalty
8 out
box?
of 10 passer, and
Can
sorry,
you be
in
honest?
your words, an 8.5 out of 10 passer does
you
not
be honest?
have a 77%.
Are you going to be honest or no? Isn't it a lot easier to make those 27 passes in front of the defenders? Yes or no?
A lot of the time it is, yeah. But McAllister's
Okay,
also played. Hold on, wait. McAllister's also played deep this season and done the same thing as Graham Birch. And in those games, you
Oh, he's
praise
done better.
McAllister. For it. In those games, you
He's
praise
done better.
McAllister.
I can show you an example. Sunderland, right?
And you praise the hell out of McAllister for it.
Yeah, but guess what? In that game, as an example,
It's
he had
different because it's McAllister.
47 out of 52 accurate passes. And on top of that, he won 9 out of 12 ground duels. Meanwhile, Gravenberg, how many ground duels did he win? The tackler, apparently that's better at tackling as well. He won 1
Also
out
very
of 2.
intercepting and
ground
reading the
duels.
game as well. But cool.
He won 1 out of 2 ground duels.
So we
Anyway,
have two
خلاص
and
guys,
one.
I wanted to do these supers because I have to go pray as well. I promise you we'll have the same convos if we win the Champions League and he stays. Y'all thinking short term, it'll set us back 2 years minimum if we keep him. Watch. I hear you. So our form is better, and if we finish second and win nothing, but the football looked better, you wouldn't want him sacked? Callum, this is to you.
So if our form was better, we finished second and win nothing, but the football looked better, you would. I'd still want him sacked. I want him sacked regardless. The damage has already been done. I want him sacked.
Unless he wins
No,
the
he's,
FA Cup
he's
and Champions
reversing
League.
your logic. He's saying forget the winning. He's saying if the football gets better, would you still want?
No, because then I'm only using the sample size from the end of February to May, as opposed to from January 2025 up until February 2026.
So basically, what you're saying, Gal, the football has to look better. We have to win the FA Cup and the Champions League.
I'm saying the damage is done. I want Slot sacked. I don't know how much clearer I can be about it.
So you won't sack him at all? So sorry, you will sack him no matter what, sorry.
I don't know how much clearer I can be. I want Arne Slot to be sacked regardless of what happens between now and the end of the season. I would like him to be sacked.
That's you, bro.
Nothing changes for me. In the same way, this time last season, when we had Nunes at the club, Hassan wanted Nunes sold, even if Nunes went and scored another 15 goals for the rest of that season.
Oh, yeah. I said the only way I would have apologized to Nunes is if he scored 45 goals or something.
And why was that? Because the damage was already done, right?
How many
the
seasons
damage
was
was
that, though?
way beyond
How
done.
many seasons
Not
was that,
hard.
though? How many seasons was that, though, Cal?
it's not the point, Ram. I've already said I want him gone for a multitude of reasons. His man management's crap. Style of football's crap. You spend money and you don't know how to utilize this squad. You flipping your press conferences are crap. There's nothing I sit there and go, yeah, I really like this about Slot. I want him gone. A Champions League isn't going to change that. I'll have a bit more respect for him because he's delivered a fantastic trophy. But ultimately, I still want him gone. In the same way, Spurs sacked Ange after winning the flipping Europa. Won them their first trophy in God knows how long, but they still wanted him sacked. Why? Because the bigger picture was he is not good for them long term.
But that was a mistake for them.
It wasn't a mistake because if they kept Ange, it'd been even worse than what it is this season.
No, they wouldn't have.
No, they wouldn't.
Oh,
Can't guarantee that.
because he did really well at Nottingham Forest, didn't he?
Wrong. Don't know.
You guys are definitely
up for the
upred.
context back out.
Congratulations. Another
You know
weekend
the
of
context
about
back
winning
out,
the
like how-
Champions League. Like it's the most reasonable notion. It's not reasonable, but we have to put out the hypotheticals. Why is Tom dressed like a Cheez-It snack right now?
You got a lot of kits though, Tom.
Yeah, he got them from Oki Jersey using code MHF for 8% off.
Hey.
Man City had Lukaku and Dzeko to face. You can fluke a Champions League.
I see how Lukaku.
Oh, you mean when they faced Inter? Yeah, but they were still probably the best team in the world. at that
But they
time.
played Bayern and they played Real Madrid, bro. And I look back in the 2012 year, the Barcelona game. I'm sorry, Barcelona were also winning that game and they bottled it. Somebody did not track Ramirez's run, and that's why they had to go on and try and win that game. It's not a fluke. I'm sorry, you can't fluke a Champions League. You can't fluke a Champions League.
All you lot have done is gaslight me this show, man.
No, we're not.
I've not done anything. I've been on
Guys,
your
listen
side.
up.
No, you're
When I
right.
said
You know
this,
what,
he should
Tom?
stay.
On a real Tom, that isn't even directed at you. That's a
I've been on your side. We've been talking about Ancelotti and that. Don't worry,
Yeah.
I've been
You
with you.
can't
Arsenal
fluke.
dominated
What have I
yours.
said? That's
Next man
mad.
can't run. And then he comes back and says Manuel Ugarte is better than Gravenberg, elite tackler.
But
I wouldn't
focus
go
on
that
tonight,
far.
bro. Focus tonight.
I wouldn't go that far because Ugarte's passing is like 2 out of 10. Gravenberg is like 4 at least. So he's a double the better passer.
Four.
Hold on.
Oh, so it's a problem for
whoa,
Callum
whoa,
to say
whoa.
5, but it's not a problem for me to say
Yes.
4.
Four is
Wow.
poor, bro. Four is poor.
We're
No, no, no.
1
Do-
point
do-
off.
Do you want to know why? Do you want to know why it's a problem, Hassam? Because that's the difference. Cal City's 2.5 worse than McAllister. You're saying he's 4.5 worse.
Oh, 4.5. Sorry,
Yes,
forgot. It's
as a
McAllister,
passer.
8.5. 4.5 from.
Gravenberg can't cross.
I can't speak.
He can't put in a diagonal. He can't long pass. And he can't short pass. And he can't put someone through on goal.
McAllister can't do a long pass.
I've
Okay.
seen
A 1 out
Gravenberg.
of 5.
I've seen
There he goes. So
Gravenberg
the
get an
difference is
assist.
4.5.
I've seen Gravenberg get an assist off a long pass more
Am I
recently.
lying?
I've seen McAllister do.
I'm using Ramat. Rio is our Yamal.
Ramat.
Don Hussam actually said this. Well, if Slot's son would stop starting every single game, we could finally see Rio on the left-hand side. I'd love to see Rio on the left-hand side in the next game. Guess what? His son is there. So it's just stop wasting our time. Bruno Fernandes is the best 6, 8, 10 in the Premier League. Maverick? No, he's not the best 6, 10, and 8. No, he's not.
Where was this
That's-
energy a couple months ago?
If Bruno Fernandes was the best 6 in the league, Ruben Amorim would still have a job.
Exactly. AD, where was this energy a couple months ago as well? Because you've been piping up.
There was
ever
no
since.
energy. I told you
None.
100 times. The United fans come out as soon as they win a couple of games. We know this.
Can I
And
sorry,
then
can,
they
I just,
disappear.
can I quickly just say something before we wrap up?
What, you can read
so this
stat
season-
again?
Yeah, I just want to. So this season, passes completed percentage, 86% from McAllister in the Premier League at 999 passes. Long passes completed percentage, 69, 48%. Gravenberch in the Premier League this season, 1,474 passes, 90% completion. Long pass completion is 30%.
Okay. Do you consider Declan Rice an elite passer?
No, never mentioned Declan Rice. But
Great,
the
he had
notion,
90.1%
no. So let me finish. The
passing the whole
notion you
league.
have won. The notion that you have won is 4.5 marks better than the other one. When one has a better passing accuracy with almost 500 passes more than the other person, says a lot.
Passing
That-
accuracy has nothing to do with what I'm saying at all.
Okay.
Because last season, if you go to last season's Premier League, Declan Rice had 90.1% passing accuracy.
But Declan Rice isn't a crap passer. He's just not an elite passer. He's
Oh,
far from
great.
crap.
Great. So he's not a good passer.
No, I'd for passing, I'd probably go 6.5 out of 10 for Declan for passing.
Okay, so Declan Rice is 1.5 marks better than Gravenberg.
Yeah.
Okay, so someone who's 1.5 marks better than Gravenberg has 90.1 passing accuracy.
Yeah.
So how does passing accuracy prove anything? Because you have to look at where the players are making those passes as well.
But
You have to look at
You're
positions.
not using. Remember, Graver's got a better passing accuracy than McAllister. And I've still said McAllister's a better passer because I don't just use the eye test. I also constitute with stats. But I'm also not biased in my argument, Hassan.
I'm not biased at all.
You
I'm
are,
not. There's
Sam.
nothing I said
You
that's
are.
biased.
You
You gave
biased.
Gravenberg a 5, I gave him a 4. So what?
No, but you're speaking about Gravenberch like.
Then you give McAllister a 7.5 as well, and I gave him an 8.5.
7. I gave Sabozla a 7.5.
Okay, so it's
Gave
not,
McAllister the same as Curtis Jones.
it's not that deep.
Curtis Jones
I
and
didn't
McAllister
know-
are the exact same when it comes to passing, in my opinion, in terms of rating.
We can agree to disagree. Anyway, in the summer, inshallah, when they leave, we'll see. You know, next season, inshallah, I hope everyone keeps the same energy when Van Dijk is making errors leading to a goal, and we can sit here, we can go like,
And we give them
hold
the
him-
criticism they deserve.
we hold them to a different standard. And then when Gravenberg can't, is the reason why we can't play out of the press or we can't play out from the back. All these things we're gonna speak about it. Don't worry.
So when
I
McAllister-
remember the thing with me, I'm a camel. I don't forget.
So
I'll
when
bring up next season March, inshallah, happy, safe, and healthy. We're all here. I'll bring up Salah in a March argument next season, even when he's been gone. For
Sam,
7
when McAllister plays and we can't pass out of the press, whose fault is that? Is that Gravenberch's fault still?
Yes, yes,
Okay, cool.
that's
How?
Gravenberg's fault. Yes,
But
yes, it is
McAllister-
Gravenberg's
McAllister's
fault.
the elite passer in the team, no?
Yes, he is.
Okay, but it's still
Yes,
it's
he
still
is.
Gravenberch's
Was the
fault.
double pivot against Brighton? Tell the world, Mister.
When it was Caicedo and McAllister?
No. Who was the double pivot against Brighton when we beat them 3-0, for like 4
When we
days
played
ago?
them in the FA Cup.
McAllister and who is it? McAllister and who?
Soboslai.
Szoboszlai.
Yeah, okay.
Did we have any problems in that game?
Oh, so
First
you're
20
using
minutes,
one
first
game as
20
a
minutes we
metric.
did. First 20 minutes we did.
The only reason I'm
Oh.
using one game is because Slot doesn't drop his other son. What can I do?
So hold on. McAllister's been performing way worse than everyone else, but still was starting games.
I disagree. I don't
Might be
think
his
it has
third
to be
son.
worse.
He might have a
Of
third son.
Of course, you disagree.
No, I think, to be honest, I think our worst player this whole season for me, honestly, is Cody Gakpo.
It's between Salah and McAllister.
I cannot explain someone being this bad in your prime. It's so like it's just not normal for me.
Same as McAllister. You could
Yeah,
McAllister's in his
This
prime.
is McAllister's prime.
I'm talking about the Gakpo guys.
Yeah,
I know you are.
I'll put
I'll-
Gakpo number one.
The thing is, just the slight problem there is Gakpo is still to a degree done his job. He's the second top scorer for us this season.
Oh,
How many assists has Gakpo got as well, Tom? He's got about.
Wait,
4
you
or
guys
5?
think Gakpo's been
4.
better than Gravenberg this season?
No.
Yeah, yes.
Wait. So
no,
Gakpo's better than
no,
McAllister.
Whoa, you think
Gakpo-
Gakpo's been better than Gravenberg?
No, Grav's been better than Gakpo.
Grav has been better than. Sorry, Grav has been better than Gakpo. sorry.
Gravenberg's been better than Gakpo.
I agree. Gravenberg is
Yeah,
better
yeah.
than Gakpo, 100%.
But
Okay.
I think based on my standards of McAllister and my standards of Salah and my standards of Gakpo, the gap between Gakpo
standard.
to them two isn't that big.
Yeah, like Gravenberg wasn't in the Premier League team of the season. My standard. Whole
Because
team as a unit.
Gravenberch hasn't been that bad this year in the way you make it out.
It hasn't been that bad.
He's been better than
Hasn't.
McAllister this season. 100%.
Way
Yeah, he's
better.
contesting
Wait,
10% of
wait,
like
wait, wait.
McAllister deals,
100%.
and he's the reason why we
McAllister
can't
didn't-
play out from the
McAllister
back.
couldn't get a good run of form. At least Grav has that.
Don't worry, we will come back to this though. I remember all this. Whole team as a
Yeah.
unit is Kaka. Slot is the big dump. I agree with this. Definitely.
And we
it's
could
not
also
good.
say Hassam, he only turns up at the latter stages of the season, bro.
Your words.
That vitamin D comes in.
He's only good in February to May. So imagine if seasons ran from February to May, be the best midfielder in the world, but they don't
Best
run
in the
from
world.
August to May.
Yeah.
I eat camel.
That's
I
a
think this was
random.
ad.
That's
We'll take
random,
it, we'll
eh?
take
You know,
it.
I've never actually had camel. I want to try it one day, inshallah. I want to try eating.
I've
camel.
never had camel either.
I know Callum has called me a camel eating terrorist before, but I've never had it. I've actually never tried it. I want to try it one day, you guys. I really want to try it one day. So, yeah. Anyway, big up to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're yet to do so. Appreciate you all. This has been an enjoyable stream. you know, despite Kopish letting me down for the 5th week in a row. Big up to all of you guys. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you all.
Oh no,
Where's
we're not ending there. Why have we let you down?
Where's Matt?
Am I here?
That's a cheat code.
No. Am I here? So
That's a cheat code because the channel constitutes 3. Okay, 2/3 of the channel ain't here. Now what?
Okay, but you can't then couple us as Kopish. Then you speak about the people who aren't here.
Oh, so you want me to throw them under the bus?
No, I'm just not being thrown.
Oh,
under
that's
the
what
bus
he
when
wants.
I'm here.
Despite Drifty and Matt not being here. Happy now, Callum? I didn't throw Kopish under the bus. I threw your 2 other brothers.
No, I'm
who
just
are
saying,
Kopish under the
if
bus.
you and Tom weren't able, if Tom wasn't able to make the stream, I wouldn't go. Hassam and Tom.
Actually, technically, I didn't like Callum because first of all, Tom is a different entity from me.
Wow.
You just call you on multiple
Don
occasions. You call
Hussam
him your
channel
son.
has nothing to do with Tom.
But that's your son, though, no?
Yeah, that's your
man.
son. You say.
So he's your responsibility. What we
Yeah,
doing?
but even though he's my responsibility, he's not my channel. Those are 2 different things.
I mean, I'm
He's
on
my
the channel how many times a week?
responsibility, not my channel.
You're shameless. Hassam.
Oh,
Yeah, there's 2 different things. And technically, when I said Kopish, I didn't lie because Matt and Drifty did start Kopish. Callum said it, so
That's
I
true.
didn't lie. Technically, see,
But
technically,
no, but cool.
I cooked. I didn't say anything wrong. I didn't say anything wrong. You get me? So yeah. Anyway, big up to you guys. Thank you, Tom and Ram, for coming in last minute. You get me? Appreciate you. Big up to Callum for turning up an hour late. Big up to you as well.
Wow.
Regardless, thank you guys so
Hour.
much for joining us. This has been a very enjoyable stream where I cooked Callum today. cooked him and cooked him more. You get me? Big up to Tom as well, as always, and big up to Ram. All the links are in this. Actually, wait. Ram's link is not in the description. I'm gonna add the Ram stand. I'm gonna add. Yeah, Habib, you came last second. I forgot. Wallah. I'm gonna add the Ram stand in the description. Go give him a subscribe as well. How many subscribers are you on, Ram?
875.
Should be
So-
able to 1,000. Come on. guys.
875. Let's go
Come
get
on.
Ram to 900 subscribers.
1,000.
Well-
Hassam, 1,000.
Yes. And speaking of Ram, we can take you guys over to Judge Mo where Ram is live as well.
Also, people, if you want to, there may or may not have been a video uploaded on the Tom Little channel over the weekend.
Oh, I saw that video, Tom. I saw it. I saw the video.
Has
I
Tom
watched it.
Little uploaded a video?
Let's
There
go.
may not have been a video uploaded.
Although
so if you-
Tom, no, we need to speak. Tom, you need to have audio needs to be on that video, bro. We need to hear you speak. Your wise
are
words
speaking.
needs to be on the video, bro.
We are speaking.
The timeline
that
of
will
Brendan
come in
Rodgers'
time.
crazy tenure at Liverpool.
How long's the
Little-
video?
Like 12 minutes.
11 years.
Whoa.
Man turned up more than
Double
I was gonna say this.
digits. Yeah. All right. Tom.
Little trip down memory lane.
Yeah. Is that going to be the first and only video, or is there going to be
But you
more?
don't even speak on the video. You've just edited it.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, that's how these timeline videos work, Sam.
Oh.
So we need the ASMR.
You
speaking, bro.
Hold on a second.
rat.
When someone's come back from a 5-month injury, you don't start them straight away, do you?
So you've done an 18-minute video without you speaking
but-
once.
But Tom, you did a
Yes.
video, not a live stream, bro. So you're not expected to start. You're coming off the bench,
Yeah, I'm
bro.
coming back from the injury, so I'm slowly catching up. to
No,
the
you still need to be, bro. This is club football, bro. Intensity all the way. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just coming back from the injury. That you'll start to see voiceovers and that again soon.
Hey, he said
This
it.
is
He said it.
mad.
He said it. He
This
said
is
it.
mad. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna send you over to Judge Mo where Ram is headed as well on that stream.
Oh, God.
Good luck with Paz and all the frauds over there. Regardless,
Bro, I
like,
got to
share.
deal with Mo as well, bro.
Yeah,
Alright,
I know.
just talking about Bodo Glimt. He really enjoys talking about Bodo Glimt.
I already did that.
And also, I'm gonna be back on this channel on Man United Everton, inshallah.
What do you want out of that game?
Come on, Everton. Let's go. And go and
Calls
lean
himself-
back.
calls himself
Do this,
Liverpool fan, by the
go
way.
and lean back and do this exaggeration shit. Man United are on a top 5 race with us. End of.
Tom,
Everton are like 10 points behind. Tom, they can't catch us. You know that they can't catch us, Tom. You know it.
Hassan, watch
I,
this.
I never want Everton to win a single
Tom,
football match.
When we were fighting for
Oh,
the
really?
squad,
Do you ever want Man United to win a game of football?
No.
Exactly. Who do you want more to not win? Man United.
I want
brother.
I want the game to be cancelled and no team to win.
Guess what? I'm
What?
more realistic.
Tom,
Wait,
who
look-
did you want to win in the quad chasing season? Everton or Man City when they played each other?
I plead the fifth, mate. I plead the fifth.
Exactly.
Ah,
What we
completely
saying?
different, mate.
To be fair,
Yeah,
to be
yeah,
fair,
okay.
I didn't want Everton to win. I didn't want Everton to win.
Oh, he's gonna do. Oh, I wanted both of them to
I was
draw.
gonna go. I wanted the draw.
No, I wanted the draw. I
That's
wanted
such
the
a
draw.
lie.
Right,
It's a
let
draw
me
would
shoot,
have been
let me
fine.
A
shoot.
lying fraud.
Hey.
Yalla. See you guys.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was.